Top 15. I'm talking about realistically.
Did you go out?
You shouldn't think.
Late? Yeah, you just
Yeah, you just brought it up.
Yeah, that's it.
Well,
You can go for an hour, I don't mind.
I might, yeah. You want to go 2 hours?
You guys want to just chop it up now?
Hey, both parts, like that. There you go. Good, good.
Now
You
what?
can take them back down. As soon as he gets his in skin, everybody can move.
Well, all right. Welcome, everybody, to a special edition here, Texas Card House. Final table main event, 1.5 million. You got Mitch Lloyd here in the booth. Justin Hammer here helping me out here from PokerAtlas. Have a lot of information for you guys. Final table, a lot of familiar faces. It's going to be a great final table, I think. What do you think?
Heck yeah, it's going to be a great final table. We had 1,879 entries. We went well over that $1.5 million guarantee in the PokerAtlas Tour Title Event. This is the final day. We've been here for 22 days. Very excited to close it out, see who wins. First place, over $258,000. I could say that because it's $258,010. So it is over $258,000 for first place. We're going to be here for a while. We're going to see who wins. Very much looking forward to it. They are playing 75, 150 right now. This is the first hand. We're about to get things underway, and I am very excited.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. Wore a tie for the occasion.
Oh, you look good. You're
Thank
looking
you, thank you.
sharp.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it. I appreciate it. You guys have done an excellent job, Justin. You know, we had a couple of hiccups with the blackouts. It wasn't our fault, but I mean, other than that, it's been amazing. I've dealt a lot, played a little bit. You know.
Oh, good. You
yeah.
got to experience some of all of it.
I did, and you know, got to sit in here with you guys.
Absolutely, yeah. I floored a lot. I slept very little, and we awarded all kinds of cool trophies. We had a blast doing so. And
Yeah, I've seen them. They are very cool. I've seen them.
They are. It's sitting right there in the background. You can kind of see it over there.
Yeah.
We're going to embed the chip counts from all of the players who played this tournament into that trophy once we know who won and we know all of the chip counts. So very much looking forward to it. Welcome to everybody who's in the chat. Thanks for joining us. I think we're going to have a fun time tonight seeing who wins this. Some TCH regulars here, some poker icons, all kinds of people.
We got a little bio on some of the players. We'll try to get to know a little bit of, but there are 3 regulars, you know, which is great.
Yeah, right off the bat, looks like the cards aren't quite on yet. It might take them a little bit to understand where to put them so that we're able to see them. But Eric, known as Slick Rick on the TikTok circuit, he looks like he's firing out with a bet of 725,000. Tron's deciding what to do here.
Tron wants to be called Tommy.
Tommy.
So I know they put him up there as Strong, but when I came in, he told me he wanted to be called Tommy. So
okay, Tommy it is.
We'll go with Tommy.
It looks like a 6-7. Tommy had flipped over the ace-3 for a river 2 pair. Slick Rick flopped the straight and will take down the first pot.
Well, there it is. Blinds are 75, 150, 150. Hand number 2 here.
Cord coming in with 150 big blinds. Towards the end of the night, he really went on a tear. He was down to About 2.5, maybe 3 million. Played a few big pots, just double, double, double. Came in as the big chip leader. 22 million in chips, 150 big blinds. That's it's a pretty good spot to be in.
The C1, you have Poor, who is short stack, but without a doubt a regular here. Always a fun table. When Poor's at the table, he plays a lot of cash here, and really friendly with all the dealers and all the players, and played against him a couple of times too.
Take a look at the chip counts there. We were just informed that the hole cards will be showing up. Bear with us. There was some technical difficulties at the beginning, but as this goes in, they will come in at some point, and we will have them through most of the final table. But we're going to get a few hands.
So the beginning, it's going to be like old school.
You're going to
be like old school, right?
We're going to have to play the same way that they do and not know what their cards are until showdown. It's going to come. It's going to come, Magic. We see you.
You know, every Saturday,
Brennan.
Derek and I sit in here, and I plead for, occasional have a mystery hand.
Oh yeah.
But I don't want I don't want to see everybody to have.
They used to
just
do that.
one guy,
The World Series, the broadcast, they used to do that. They would always have one hand, the degree all-in moment. You'd have to figure out what they had.
Yeah.
Most of the time when you're playing poker, you don't get to know what the players have. So spending a few minutes trying to figure it out on our own, maybe we can hone our skills.
Well, Highlight wants to know how long is the delay. Normally on Saturdays we have a 15-minute delay, but because it's the main event, it's a 30-minute delay tonight. A sweet Lou there. Appreciate the love there, Lou. But yeah, we will get the whole cards up and running here. But right now we'll just try and figure out what they have.
Raina says, "Turn up your sound." Are we not coming in? Are we not coming in loud enough? Maybe we got to go a little closer. I've been working on some of my best dad jokes, so I want to make sure that everyone is able to hear me. Otherwise, I'm just wasting them. As we see oh look, they put it at the bottom. Oh, that sounds louder. Whole cards will be showing up at 6:30. 6:30.
Okay. Is the volume better? I can hear you.
Yes.
Much better. Okay.
Highlight hole. I don't understand how it just started, and you read my comment. It is not delayed yet. We are watching the delay with you. We are watching the delay with you. It started a half hour ago. We are with you. We pay attention as it happens so we can all learn about it together. So we see Jimmy go all in here against Cord. Some early fireworks.
Tommy going all in, putting the pressure. So you think Tommy's got the flush?
No. See, I'm not even going to, if I break it down, all I'm going to do is sound like an idiot. So if I go one word answer, then I'm 50-50. Either I get it right or I don't. Cord has been very aggressive towards the end of the night. Once he had all the chips, he started really loosening up. He was raising and 3-betting quite a bit. So I think the players probably know that and are ready to kind of fight back a little bit. One thing I learned watching Tommy play is he is not afraid to put the chips in the pot. So
Tommy's no stranger here to the game. He's been here before. He does have his friend Austin here railing him.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, pulling for him. Played a little bit. I was talking to him. Played a little bit in Vegas. He won. Looks like a tournament like over 80 grand. So he's looking to do it just a little better here than he did in Vegas.
Beautiful. Yeah, first place, like we said earlier, over 258,000. Ninth place is guaranteed at least 25,000. This was a $1,000 buy-in event. We said earlier, 1,879 entries. Cord decides to let it go here.
Kind of get the feeling he'd really love to see those 2 cards, Tommy.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it would have influenced his decision to know that it wasn't quite working yet. If he knew that the only way he would ever get to see him is if he called there. It was 10 million chips. That is a very large wager.
Cord is like an old school football player. He wants to say hi to his mom, who he says should be watching.
His mom's always watching. Cord, I have it on high authority that Cord likes to play events all the way to the end. He rarely chops or makes any sort of deal because he likes to win that trophy, and he gives them to his mom. I've been there a couple times where that's exactly what he did. He won, gave the trophy to his mom.
Well, there you go. She still has keeping the trophy room intact for him, from when he was, a youngster maybe.
Oh yeah, he has won a reasonable amount of poker trophies, including a bracelet. He won the first ever Colossus.
Oh really?
At the time, it was the largest live event that had ever been run.
What year is that?
Oh, I would guess 2012. 2013.
Yeah, because I mean I was.
Oh no, it had to have been after that. 2016. 2016, final answer. But I don't know if that's just my final guess. They called him Colossus Cord for a long time. Colossus Cord.
Well, I dealt the WSOP in 2016. I do remember that they did have the Colossus.
A7 versus A7, and it's an all-black flop. All red cards, all black flop. That means guaranteed chopperoni. Look, everyone wanted to know whole cards. There they are. A7 with a heart and a diamond, and A7 with a heart and diamond.
Looks like we got Daniel here going to pull for Chris.
You're gonna lie because
We also have Eduardo.
Good point.
you're gonna lie.
Eduardo's a regular here.
You lie, but then now when the stream going, you're gonna lie no more.
He can be found on the cash table and the tournament table. I played many times with Eduardo.
Eduardo wanted me to point out that he, in his belief, I don't know if he did any research, but he believes he is the oldest player at the final table, and he was quite proud of that.
I'll tell you if you have to scan. So what's
Let's see, he's from Dallas. Yeah, I know that.
You're a fast learner.
And he wants to give a shout out to his dad, who should be watching. Taught him how to play cards, he said.
Oh, nice.
All right.
You want to get it?
What do you got, total?
No, not much.
Four comes in with a raise to 400,000, and Cord makes the call on the button. We're going to go heads up to a flop here. 7-7-4 with 2 hearts. Check, check. Looks like Cord bets enough to put him all in. And Cord will take it down.
They have a situation there with a chip leader pushing around the short stack.
Yeah, that's what was happening quite a bit towards the end of the night last night. It seemed like Cord might have also been making some hands, but you never know. A lot of times he did go to showdown. He actually had it. It's pretty tough to go from 3 to 22 million without ever making a hand, but once he got those chips, he was definitely applying the pressure. And I've known Cord for a long time. I imagine that is what he will continue to do.
All right, well, Justin, I'm going to let Derek's here. We'll let him step in.
All right, let's do it.
Let him step in for a little bit. No? Okay. Okay, he wants to step out, go get something to drink, so I'm going to hang out with you for a while. All right. There's a good shot of the trophy right there.
There it is. Oh, maybe I should go in and turn it so that it's facing here a little bit. Billy, there is a woman at the final table. We acknowledge that there is a woman there. I am very happy for JL. I hope she does great. The reason I pointed out the oldest person at the table is because he asked me to. That's why. I think everyone here has made a great accomplishment making this final table.
Yes.
I would like them all the most success regardless of race, gender, orientation, anything. They're all poker players who are playing for a huge prize, and I'm very excited for them.
You see Chris over here, seat 7. He's also button. This is his second final table during the event, the series here. He made the, which one was it? The mystery bounty.
Oh, nice.
He made the mystery bounty final table and finished third.
That is great. The mystery bounty was great.
So he's looking for a little better finish in the final table here. So Chris is definitely, he's a regular here. He can be found on the 2-5 table.
Yeah, that's great. For those who don't know, at Texas Card House, the biggest card rooms throughout all of Texas, they do run live cash games daily. In addition to this series that we just did, they have daily tournaments, lots of things. You can see all their information at TexasCardHouse.com. Also, the PokerAtlas app is a great place to get information on what games are running, what tournaments.
Yeah.
Buy-ins, blinds, wait lists, all that information is available by downloading the PokerAtlas app. You can check yourself in on the list for the game that you want to play. Read reviews, see what's going on, check it out on the PokerAtlas app, and get yourself logged in.
We do have, Texas Card House has, I think, six rooms throughout the state. 2 here in the Dallas area, 1 in Dallas and Las Colinas. Houston, I think 2 in Houston. Rio Grande, and 1 in just outside of Austin. And rumor has it that big things are happening, and in Austin, and keep an eye out.
Keep an eye out. I think that's good advice. I think there are things that are coming.
Big things are happening.
Absolutely.
I don't know all the details, so I'm not going to speculate, but I hear big things, and I'm very happy about that. I can't wait.
Absolutely. We got Bart in the chat. Great tourney, great structure, and great series. Great job, guys, and can't wait to play the next one. Thanks, Bart.
I'm amazed that Bart's not at the final table. He's probably in the area, probably, if not the best tournament player, he's in the top 5.
Don't spread the word. We can't let people know that he's human, because people around here don't think so. It turns out it might be true. Yeah.
So you're familiar with Bart?
Of course, everyone's familiar with Bart. Yeah, stud.
Yeah. I did see him during the tournament event. I did see him here. So did I see him at a final table? It's a little. I don't know. I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm confused that he's not at a final table. Somebody told me he was visiting relatives like in New Mexico or, Georgia or something. Well, he wasn't here.
Yeah, he did
play, so that would explain why he's not at the final table.
Yeah, I heard he started spreading that rumor once. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. For those asking in the chat, hole cards will be on their way. They're going to be here soon. There was a little bit of a technical difficulty. It took them about 15, 20 minutes to get fixed. So,
all right, he pours all in. Justin.
They will be here. All right, pour is all in. There was a raise.
7, right?
Eric raised. Pour moved all in. 650 has about 4 big blinds. Is that right? Put them all in. It's going to be a call here. We got King Queen versus King Queen.
King Queen. One suited,
diamonds. One with
not.
2 flush draws. One with 1.
All
Let's
right.
see who wins here.
Are you kidding
the free roll. 3 clubs.
No
Four
way.
is in trouble here.
No
and
way.
the negative free roll.
No way.
Only
Oh!
There it is.
That is hot.
That's just not right. That's just not right.
Look, even the players. That's just not right.
I know, bro. Sorry.
Yeah,
Poor wanted us to make sure we mentioned his family, Bella, Ali, and Sokna. Thank you for playing Poor. He's from Fort Worth. His total career earnings were 70,000. His biggest win was 25,000. He's going to match that. This one is a little over 25,000, so it's close to being his biggest win ever. His poker goal was to win the World Series of Poker main event. And he loves to travel. We want to make sure to get we had them fill out these bios. We want to make sure that we say all the information about them. Our first elimination of the day. Congratulations, Poor, on making it to the final.
Here are the payouts. We should have. There it is.
Oh yeah, so this is probably his biggest ever because he said 25. This is 25,870. That's on the high end of 25. So
yeah, so there
probably his biggest ever.
25,870. Next one out will be 34,400. They're all fighting for $258,000 and $10.
And $10. That's right. Yeah, it's over, just over 258,000.
So that's pretty impressive. And whoever wins, I'm going to see if I can get a pizza out of them. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they probably gave you a pizza.
Pizza out of them. Yeah. Hey,
it could be pretty late by the time.
Well, you know, not tonight. You know, within the week.
Tomorrow.
Within the week.
Pizza for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm with you. Take a look at the chip counts there.
So down to hand number 11 here, down to 8. What was the final number for the entries? It was
1,879 entries.
1879. Yep. Started off 1879 down to the final 8. The final 8 at the final table with Brittany in the box.
Yeah, everyone just made a quick little $9,000 pay jump, so happy that'll buy you some pizza.
Oh, wait, so you think I should ask for some pizza?
No, maybe not the first one out.
Yeah.
One of these next guys, they're going to be getting 30-something. 34,000, 30, yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So we should be getting the whole cards up here shortly, I think.
On to the next hand. For those just joining us, we will have whole cards shortly. Just bear with us. They said around 6:30, so that's 10 minutes from now, Texas time. If you're with us, we are going to do our best to try and figure out what they have. You will see just how incredible we are at hand range reading abilities. It's got to be just absolute top-notch. Okay, Dustin moves all in here for 1.9.
Let's see what Eric wants to do.
About a 14 big blind shove. They're still playing 150K on the big blind. This final table started with a 55 big blind average. Cord came in with 150, but it was about 150 big blind average. That, of course, have gone up with the first elimination. But this was a $1,000 event, but it did give it a very good structure for a $1,000 title event. I think it deserves to play deep. If you do things right, it should be this deep at the final table. And glad to see that they got there. 55 bigs deep meant that we got out of here at a relatively decent time, around 3 a.m.
Yeah, 3 a.m. this morning is what I heard. I was asleep.
I was not. I was here.
All right, looks like Eduardo, a regular here at TCH Dallas and Las Colinas.
Yeah.
We're going to raise to 350.
This was my first time running a series at multiple properties. We were here at TCH Dallas and also at Las Colinas during the last 3 weeks running these events. Did make it so that we could squeeze in a few more events and some extra flights for that first event.
Was this your first time at TCH at all?
No, I actually live fairly close to here, so I've played. I have some tourney caches here at TCH.
Ever deal to you?
Probably.
How come I don't remember?
I usually play incognito. I don't want. Man, it's
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
Baseball hat.
Tend to get lots of questions otherwise. Not that I'm not happy to answer questions. Why haven't the commentators acknowledged that Slick Rick is the GOAT yet? I am pretty confident saying that Slick Rick is the best TikToker at the table. I don't think anyone at this table does better at the TikTok than Slick Rick. Otherwise, everything else we stay.
Where's Stassi? She's stopping by. Hello. Hello. Appreciate you checking it out.
Ooh, Cord raised to 1.3, and Eduardo moves all in, and Cord lets it go pretty quick.
I know, Stassi, if you just happen to tune in, you see that we're 8-handed. Poor was in seat 1. He came in short stacked and busted out hand number 10, I think it was.
Sounds about right, yeah.
He got it in good. I guess he got it in good. They were.
It was a tie. He got it in.
Well, he was suited, though.
Yeah, he was suited,
So he got, I guess, he had a slight edge.
I don't know, yeah.
But the other guy hit the flush.
What's better, having a head start on one flush or
getting there?
A little bit behind, but 2 flushes?
Yeah, well, in that hand, well, you know.
Good to see Stassi. She's over there at Las Colinas. She's running the floor, keeping people in line,
She
doing
does
what
an
needs to get
excellent
done.
job.
Yeah.
Excellent job, yeah.
We're about 5 minutes away from having hole cards, so bear with us. Stick around. And looks like Jason raised enough.
For the 491 of you watching, we know that the hole cards aren't showing right now, but it's just a couple of minutes away. They had some minor issues, but they'll be up soon.
Stassi was watching.
She's getting some love over here from Daniel.
Oh, I see. The person rooting for Slick Rick has a piece. All right, that makes sense.
That would explain.
That makes sense. Yeah, I would be rooting for anyone I had a piece of, also.
Yeah, either that or a family member, or, you know.
Sure. I mean, if they're both, that's even better. A family member that you have a piece of?
Yeah, yeah. I guess if my daughter were playing, I'd probably pitch in. But would I expect anything in return if she were to win?
Yes.
I would?
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, absolutely.
Brittany may be listening. Brittany, I don't know if you're listening. She said she was going to be listening, so I don't know.
She might be listening later.
We had breakfast earlier this morning.
This is available on demand, from what I hear.
I had breakfast with my son and my daughter. Did you meet my son and daughter? They both were working here, Brittany and Wade. Probably not, because Wade works late night. They both work late night, so you may not.
Yeah, it's going to go right in the living room, right next to the lamp with the one leg in it.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Very nice.
I just realized that they're all mic'd up. We can hear them.
Yeah.
If we hear them talking about something that's more interesting than whatever we're saying.
Seeing how we can't see, maybe they should just talk into the microphone and tell us what they have.
Oh, yeah, that would be a lot easier.
Tell us what they have. Mitch.
I have aces right now.
Mitch, if you're listening. Cord still has the lead. Jason creeping up on him. Tommy's right there. I was talking to Tommy's friend, Austin.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever heard anybody as confident as his friend Austin. He's saying Tommy's taking it down.
Okay.
He's like
calling his shot. Yeah.
Like, so he and the confidence. I mean, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Almost wanted to see if I could get some money on it.
Yeah.
Put some money down. I mean, find somebody in the room. Hey, $20 says this guy takes it down.
Confidence is important.
Eating, not because I'm like strategizing or anything. I just want to. I don't want them near a meeting. I get it.
Just leave a few crumbs for us.
I won't be back at Florida. I'm gonna finish eating and I'll just.
Just us. Check.
Check.
I check.
All right, 6, 7, 6 flop, 2 spades.
Three players to the flop here.
The cards are coming, Ryan. Bear with us. The cards are coming within the next couple of hands. A lot of people in the chat rooting for JL. Young lady at the table.
Actually, we'll start with Eric. And he's looking to do something.
Oh, there's a compliment for you.
There it is.
That's,
Wow.
you know, congratulations.
And how accurate is that?
That's,
You know?
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen it. I don't want to commit to anything that I haven't seen myself.
Well, are you left-handed?
No,
Then I got you beat.
no. My son is left-handed.
Because he's not over 55.
No.
Well, I take that back. You could be a better left-handed dealer than me.
Yeah, it's possible.
But you're not over 55?
No.
I got you.
No,
Give me a count.
not yet. I get a little closer every day.
But you could be a better left-handed dealer. I don't want to assume anything.
Yeah. Jason had raised.
Dustin's all in here.
Dustin ships it for 2.1. Looks like, yep, he is going to get called. We're going to have an all-in here.
We'll go see some cards.
We're going to see some cards. Yeah,
We'll see
everyone
some
wanted
whole
whole
cards.
cards. There's a king, jack of diamonds, and an ace, queen of hearts. It's a fair fight. I believe Jason is behind. He has lots of chips, and not anymore. There's a king to take the lead. Going to need to catch an ace here.
There goes King.
Not
I said
going to do it.
Jason will take it down.
Jason's going to do it, and we are going to have our second elimination of the final table. Dustin is going to be our 8th place finisher. Dustin is from Midlothian. He's an oil man. Oh, tell me if I'm saying that wrong. Wanted to mention his family on his stream, his wife and 2 daughters. They are his world.
That's what I'm talking
Going to make
about.
sure we mention that. Total career poker earnings is $300,000. That's going to go up. Best poker win was Choctaw WSOP main event. Oh, that's a good one. His poker goal was to have fun and win a bunch of money.
Yeah,
And he loves to laugh.
I'm telling you.
Loves to laugh. Congratulations to Justin. Came into the final table with 2.325 million.
Look at this. We have whole cards.
Whole cards. Now we're talking.
We have whole cards.
Now we're talking.
bust out here and go play the other. It'll be a little.
I don't know if I have that kind of energy.
After this hand, we'll pull up the payout so we can see where everyone is at. I believe he just got $34,000. Dustin did for his 8th place finish. As Timmy takes down that hand with a 7, we'll pull up the payouts for you here. Maybe?
Yes, there they are.
There they
There it
go. All right. Everyone's guaranteed $43,540 at this point. 7 players remain from the 1,829 entries that start. 1879 that started. This was part of the PokerAtlas Tour. The title event, that's the big one. 1.5 million
First,
guaranteed.
second, and third, all triple digits.
Yeah.
You gotta like it. You gotta like it.
3 by 3, 3 by 6.
All right. Is Cord still the chip leader? I think. Well, Chris got a nice little starting hand here. Chris is all in. Ace, queen of hearts. Eduardo.
Thinking about it with
These
2
are-
8s here.
These are 2 locals. We're gonna battle it out here, maybe.
Also
All
all
right.
in with those 2 8s.
Eduardo is all in.
Let's see. Eduardo is an attorney from
Tom,
Dallas, Texas.
Tommy here's got king, queen. He's going to throw it away.
All right.
Yeah, tough to be the third one in that spot.
Okay.
Hey, queen. I got queen.
Chris is also from Dallas. He's a professional duster.
I got poker playing my card in there. Poker playing over my card.
Good luck.
He wanted to mention all the slingers back east and his new Dallas friends. He says his poker earnings are minus $100 million. His poker goal is to get unstuck. And he hits an ace. That's going to help. It's going to help win the flip there. Trying to avoid an 8. Oh, and he can't do it. Eduardo.
Wow.
Eduardo is going to spike the 8 on the river to win the flip. Chris is going to be at, wow, we are flying. Chris is going to be our 7th place finisher. Let's see what that pay jump is. $43,540. Everyone's locked up $52,880 now after that elimination.
Wow.
Congratulations to Chris. I know there was many in the chat rooting for him. He's a local here.
Tough one. Tough one.
Very impressive finish. Oh, professional duster. I get it now. His poker goal is getting unstuck. Hopefully that 40-something thousand will help him with that goal.
I don't like this card.
Can't imagine it would.
After playing with those other tournament cards.
8 on the river.
Lots of GGs in the chat. GG. Brittany is dealing some monsters. True story.
Yeah.
True story as we take a look at the chip counts there. 7 players remain. 6 players remain.
Jason has taken the lead in the chips there. Yeah, 2, 4. Yeah, 6 players. $21 hands in, and we've lost 3.
Players are sitting on an 83 big blind average right now. Not too terrible.
Magic Cube. Letting us know he's pulling for Slick Rick. Tommy here going to look down at King 10. He's got the button.
He's got the button. He's got almost 100 bigs. He's got 2 pictures. This looks like a playable hand by Cord standards. Re-raises to 500.
Yeah, can I get the stackies? Yep. Can I get
Make sure he gets a beverage. No pair anywhere. Both of them with king high. Tommy with the better king high. Goes check, check. 3 of hearts on the turn. Still no pair anywhere. Check, check again. Checks all the way down. Tommy's going to take down that 3-bet pot.
And Anthony here has a question. I don't, maybe for you, maybe for both of us. He wants to know when's the tournament, the next one, and when can he sign up? Now, he may be talking about the big tournament with PokerAtlas, or he could be talking about, I don't know if he's local.
Well, the question is, where is this tournament? So we are in Dallas, Texas at Texas Card House in Dallas. They have 2 properties in the area. One's at Las Colinas, one is here in Dallas. That's where we are playing right now. The series that we are a part of actually ran at both properties. So there were events that were taking place at both. It was a lot of organization, a lot of commitment, a lot of time from a lot of people to make sure that we were able to pull this off. But it has been running for the last 3 weeks. And this is the final table of the final event. The next one, there's daily tournaments here every day that you could play. You could check them out on PokerAtlas. If you download the app, click on the Tournaments tab. You can see live clocks. You can see upcoming tournaments. So for the dailies, those will be happening every day here at Texas Card House in Dallas and at Las Colinas. So you could check those out on PokerAtlas. And the next tour stop, I don't know that they're counting all the entries, that they're done counting everything, seeing if everything went the way they wanted it to, and if they want to have everything back. So I don't know. We'll see when the next one is. hopefully very soon.
Okay. And if he's interested in watching every Saturday, we have the final tables live streamed here from Dallas every Saturday. We have a big, huge, our big tournament this Saturday, 365, $500 buy-in, and we have it live streamed every Saturday.
Yeah. Okay, so Cord called a pre-flop raise here with 6-7. He's flopped trips. It went bet call on the flop. Check bet. Eric's made a pair of aces now. Slick Rick. I know he's got some fans in the chat, so they're not super excited about that 3% sitting next to his name.
Yeah,
there was a big hand last night, right at the end of the night, right before the 10th place finisher gave us our final table bubble. And it was between Cord and Slick Rick. The two of spades changes nothing. Check, and Cord quickly bets 3 million. And it was a very similar spot like this. Obviously, we didn't know the hands, but it was a paired board with, it was a king high board. And Cord made, it was a very large pot for the time. Cord made a big bet on the river, and Slick Rick probably thought for about 3 or 4 minutes before having the clock called, and actually time ran out and his hand was dead. See what happens here.
Cord trying to tell him straight up he's got a 6. Eric, not all that. All that sure he believes him.
That's the benefit to firing quite a bit and loosening up once you have the chips. As you get in spots like this, people make a strong hand, like a pair of aces, and you have a history of betting often. It's very tough to put you on a big hand like 3 6s here.
Yeah, I
So
think he might think he's representing a jack, maybe king jack here, maybe.
Just trying to think of what kind of hands he could beat. If Cord would be doing this on a bluff, would he be doing it with a worse ace? Continuing with the jack. Magic Q says, poor Slick Rick, such a bad spot for him. This is a very difficult spot. It's obviously easy for us because we could see the cards. And those rooting for him are all yelling fold, and those rooting for Cord are all yelling call. But very tough in a spot where he bet the flop, bet the turn, and bet the river. Could very easily be a line that is just trying to get him to fold.
Ryan here seems to think we're going to see an all-in from Eric.
I would bet against an all-in. I think it's probably about 50-50 call or fold in his head right now. He's running through it. It's a high equity spot. It's very tough. A lot of money on the line with this call here. It's a 20 big blind bet on the river. And he does make the call. He's going to get the bad news.
Yeah.
And Cord's going to win a massive pot here.
I think that's going to put him back in the chip lead, right?
Yep. Almost 10 million chips in that pot.
It's my style.
I thought you backdoored the flush. I thought you
That would be nice too.
Right there.
Help us get 150 likes. Hit the like button. That's what the robot says. Is that what we're supposed to do?
Yeah. We got 660 watching right now. I'm going to let Derek step in for a little bit. I'm going to take a break, and I'll be back shortly.
All right. Sounds good. As we move on to the next hand here, we make a little switcheroo.
Shaw. You make sure that you make sure she gets tipped. That when she comes by,
Look at Cord, making sure that the waitress gets tipped for bringing him a Dos Equis.
Well, hello, everyone.
There he is.
How's it going, Justin?
It's another day in paradise. Doing some commentary here. Final table of the PokerAtlas Tour Title Event. Just a scant little $258,000 for first place. That's all. What do you
Yeah,
think about
these
that?
are these are first place prizes you'd typically see at like the World Series of Poker. So it's really cool to see event running like this in Dallas, Texas, of all places, right?
Oh yeah, there's 3 6-figure payouts at this final table for a $1,000 buy-in.
What's up, buddy? Sassy, Ryan, Kicker Problems. How y'all doing in the chat? Definitely missed the pre-flop action on this hand while I was moving into this seat, but looks like Trong's probably going to take this pot down unless Eduardo wants to get a little sticky here. Deuce pairs the bottom card here, giving both cards the same hand.
Come on.
2.5.
How much you got left there, so?
Wow, and Eduardo's going to take this pot down on the turn here, leading out after check calling flop.
Was watching Eduardo quite a bit last night as they were playing down to the final table, and there were lots of spots where he would donk bet, as the kids call it. He would be the less aggressive action on pre-flop, and then on the flop he would lead out, or on the turn. After check calling, he would lead out in different spots. Took down some pots. It's definitely part of his playing style. And obviously the aggression there worked to ace-high hands that were likely chopping, and he takes down the pot with a little bit of aggression. Looks like we might have a misdeal here. Kevin James, what am I watching? We're watching the final table of the PokerAtlas Tour Title Event here at Texas Card House in Dallas, Texas.
I don't think that's what he meant by that.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he was just referring to Eduardo's unorthodox play there. Clearly worked in that spot, but probably most of the time he'd be betting into some kind of overpair. So I totally understand where you're coming from there, Kevin.
You are watching 6 people who have made it to the final 6 out of 1879 in a title event. Some of them playing conventionally, some of them not as much.
She served it.
To each their own. It's the great part about this game. You get to play however you want.
Busy bluffing.
Oh, for sure.
Okay, you were busy betting. I feel like every time I ask you if you bluff, you say no. So far.
You ever seen me bluff?
I think I've seen it, I just haven't seen the cards rolled over.
Marcus Chocolate Thunder. What's up, Marcus? Glad you're doing well in the chat.
They seen me bluff, yeah.
I mean, you could have paid these guys.
Danny
to
Marks here,
answer
actually
whatever.
World Series Poker circuit event champion here in the chat. I'm sure you fired a few bolts in this event. Mentioning how there are a lot of boards where you actually is correct to lead on the turn, and I totally agree with that as
But
well.
you don't do it.
That's not the part that I've perfected yet.
Silent Assassin, wonder how he can get some PokerAtlas merchandise.
Send me a message on Twitter and tell me what you want. I can
I
find
don't
a
know
way
if
to
I
get you some.
buy what
Oh, what's your
you're
Twitter
selling.
handle?
The Justin Hammer.
All right.
Not sure.
It's not because I have an ego. It's because someone else a long time ago took my name. They haven't used it since 2009. I got super excited when Musk said that he was going to get rid of some of those dormant accounts because I've been eyeing it for the last decade. But, yep, it's still there. Justin Hammer. He just sits there and does nothing since 2009. I think last thing he tweeted about was, like, buying stock in Enron or something like that. But Eduardo with 2 kings comes in for a raise here.
Wow. Trong here going to cold call the 3-bet here from the big blind. Definitely going to incentivize Cord here, but I mean, has to know he has some pretty live cards here, but I don't know if he wants to get out of line this much. Gets to one of the 2 larger stacks. I definitely wouldn't mind a fold here. Just let the other 2 players knock each other out.
The most commentary does come from those on the rail. True story. True story.
Okay, he will come along here, getting good price. Already 3.8 million in the pot here, and wow, pretty good flop here for Cord.
Cord flops a pair and a guts drop. Timmy's got ace high. Eduardo with the 2 kings and multi-way action. Let's see what he does here.
You know, overall, pretty decent flop here for the kings. You don't have to worry about the spades all too much, having the king of spades. Let's see what sizing he goes with here.
6 million, I think I heard him say.
Said 6 million? Yeah.
Wow. Overbet the pot here, and we don't really see overbets that often here, especially on final tables.
What's your tagline? This is give him your tagline while we wait for Cord here.
Oh, because anytime we have our Tuesday cash game stream, I always say, you know, it's the biggest cash game in Dallas probably happening right now, and you know, this is probably the biggest tournament happening in the state of Texas right now. So.
Absolutely. It might be the biggest tournament happening in the U.S. I don't know of anything bigger than this right now.
It might be the biggest final table in the country right now. Yeah, so I think that's a fair assumption, given it's a Tuesday afternoon.
That's right.
Yeah.
The biggest one in the world playing for dollars. I would be willing to bet that. There might be a bigger one playing for a different currency. This is the biggest tournament in Dallas. The.
Julian's actually one of our dealers here at TCH as well.
Nice.
A lot of our dealers like to watch this, supporting Mitch and I while we commentate the final tables.
That's the vibes I'm getting, you know? And it's like,
I've been here for the last 3 weeks. I've definitely realized that TCH is
in my head,
like a family.
This is
They're
the logic I'm coming
all
up
very
with.
close and supportive, and I think that's awesome. I think all the staff here was incredible. They did a great job. Definitely could not have pulled this off without them. Dealers, floors, everyone included.
I'll say that much.
Was happy to be a step sibling to this family for a few weeks here. They let me in. They welcomed me in. Took good care of me. I was happy to be here.
You know, I think despite some stressful moments, overall it was a very fun series, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, any series is without the stressful moments.
Absolutely, and, yeah.
You know, I think we can maybe take from that and maybe make it even better series next year.
Yeah.
I don't know, next quarter, hopefully. I don't know. That's between you and Victor, I guess, right?
If it's stress-free, that just probably means we're not trying hard enough.
I agree. You know, with 700 of y'all in the chat right now, and I do have Justin Hammer here. I guess what's your official title, Justin?
I am the executive tour director for the PokerAtlas Tour.
Okay.
I like TD. That's a lot easier.
Okay, tournament director.
Just tournament director is easy. Yeah,
that's how I described you to people.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's
you're the tournament director from PokerAtlas.
Yes,
that's how I described your role here with us. And you know, as we have a lot of people in the chat that probably played a lot of your tournaments during the series, I'm curious to know in the chat, you know, maybe what were y'all's favorite tournaments, favorite part of the tournament series. You know, while we have Justin here, you know, he can kind of pick his ear and
bring it on. It's a lot of the tournaments that I have helped be a part of, or arrange, or organize, ran, whatever you want to call it, has come directly from player feedback. So I pay a lot of attention when people say, this was a great idea, this was a terrible idea, should have done this, shouldn't have done that. Not saying I can honor every single request that people make, or even that your criticisms will even be taken to heart, depending on how harsh they are. But I can promise that I read, hear, listen, take it all into account when I'm putting together the next one. So always happy to. And even if you just want to know why I did something that you thought was dumb, I'll have a reason. I don't know if it's a good one, but I'll have a reason why. Most of this comes from somewhere.
So I got our first comment here. Richard Greenberg really enjoying the Mystery Bounty tournament that y'all put together.
Good.
I think anytime we've run a Mystery Bounty here tournament ourselves at TCH, that's always everyone's favorite tournament every year. We've run some 500Ks, Mystery Bounties.
They are a lot of fun, and it's a great way to just have a sweat. No matter how good you do, it's a great one to buy a piece of someone in because you just feel like you always have a shot. Like, as long as they aren't out, you have a shot at a huge payout.
He knew not to even tell me that.
Doing bounty swaps would be fun.
It's too late. You know I would be complaining about that. He's so sharp.
He's talking about me. That's why I made you stop.
Oh, sorry.
I was running late. I texted him like, can you please stall for 5 or 10 minutes? He's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I get up here at like 5:08. Everyone's chilling. I'm like, so were we ever starting on time? He was like, no.
That's a true story. So I told them all 5 o'clock, knowing full well that we were going to start about 5:30, and also that Cord never shows up on time ever. So I gave everyone a heads up, 5 o'clock. It was a 30-minute delay. It was going to start at 6 o'clock, and the stream was going to start at 6 o'clock. But anyway, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I've known Cord for a long time, so I was trying to help him out and make sure he didn't miss any hands here today.
Looks like Eduardo here is going to flop top pair after defending from the big blind, it looks like. Very strong holding here. Cord can continue barreling. Has backdoor straight and flush possibilities. Let's see if his run good continues here. Wow, what a turn there for Eduardo. Typically when that top card pairs, you can definitely go one of two ways. One way is it's much less likely your opponent could have a 10. The other way is, what other cards are they going to be calling the flop with other than the top pair or some kind of second pair?
Yeah.
And even second pair is unlikely to fold the turn. So Cord does continue with the aggression on the turn here.
Looks like he's done waiting for Cord to leave the action. That's what we were talking about earlier. Nice little donk bet. We got some more comments. I'm seeing them. We're going to get to them. Let's see how this hand plays out, but we will definitely address them. Keep them coming. If you have any thoughts about the series, keep them coming. Promise, we'll talk about it. Cord trying to figure out if the dock bet is a sign of strength or weakness and whether or not he should try and pounce. I think there's only 2 options going through his head right now.
Yeah, definitely what's going through Cord's mind right now is, how many 10s is Eduardo doing this with, and would he ever do this with like 8s or 7, like a 7, like A7? Maybe as like a blocker bet. I mean, because it's really not that large of a bet. Oh, I guess it's kind of a half pot bet, but.
And then even if he would do that, would he fold if
to a raise?
Yeah, if Cord put him all in.
Definitely all the things Cord's thinking about right now, and I think right now he is trying to fold out a hand exactly like pocket 8s or a 7, 7-8. Hands that's definitely going to be in Eduardo's big blind defending range. Yeah.
Always be careful when you're playing with chips once they fly into that pot.
Now, Eduardo just has a clear call. I don't think he should ever raise in the spot.
Yeah.
I mean, Cord's repping full houses at this point. And wow, the lead out on the river actually may have induced that from Cord.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's what people who are knocking the old donk bet, like sometimes you do that, it looks weak, and if you do it when you are and you do it when you aren't, sometimes you can get a little extra value there.
No, absolutely, and that's a great play there by Eduardo.
Okay, so the bomb pot and ROE were fun. Agree, Poker Monkey. Thanks for the bomb pot tournament was great. I think it's about as good as the tournament could be. Starts late, gets done at a reasonable time. $100 rebuys, so...
Yeah, I heard that tournament was chaos.
Yeah, it was chaos, but it was a lot of fun. Daniel says, we need a tournament leaderboard, and I personally need a free buy-in for each tournament to offset my losses. Okay, that's a reasonable request. Yeah,
Bart Bogart agreeing with that.
Okay, Bart would like that too. Okay, free buy-ins for anyone. I think that could work. Holden Media Dan says, well, we had the Master Blaster Award. We did have one of the most unique awards ever in the history of poker. If you didn't see it, go check out pictures of it online. But it was awarded to the player who had the most buy-ins throughout the series. I went ahead and let him know that he won. I'm going to wait and see if he would like to have his name announced before I start talking about it. But it was a it is a little bit of rakeback, the award. It's a, I won't say the exact amount, but it is a expensive trophy that we put together to say, hey, thank you for
supporting our tournament
That's
series.
right. Firing away at this series. We appreciate it.
Actually, I did talk to this person or on the chat, and they mentioned your name specifically, saying when I was commentating the final table of the mystery bounty, that I guess this player suggested that to you, and then you kind of took it to heart, and that's kind of exactly.
That's AC. That's Adrian Curry. Yeah. He is a satellite superstar. One of the most creative tournaments I ever did. AC was a big part of that. He got to come into the final table after being eliminated in a tournament, and he actually got a couple pay jumps once he got to the final table too. But yes, I do give Adrian credit for that idea. Because what happens is you do a mystery bounty tournament and you get to the final table and all the big ones are gone. So the whole draw part of it is now gone. It's not exciting anymore. It's just a whole bunch of the smallest prizes. So we started withholding one of the, not the biggest one.
It was the 10K, I believe, right?
Yeah, this one we did, the big one was 50 and we saved a 10K for the final table. So you do, part of the fun for me with the mystery bounty is that everyone has a shot at the big one regardless of how well you do in the tournament on day 2 anyway. And so I never want to take the biggest one because once you make it to the final table, chances are you've already got a few of those.
Yeah, the big one,
but it is good to make sure that there is something that you can talk about and a big prize to win and a big draw that you can have at the final table. So appreciate the advice there. But as he said, it is proof. If you give me a good idea, I will definitely try it. If you give me a bad idea, I might try it. I won't even want to try and limit you.
Trial and error, right? Wow, Kings again here for Eduardo. But yeah, back to that with the mystery bounty. I mean, final table, it almost worked as perfectly as good for our stream because we came into the final table and there was a 25K, a 10K, and two 2500s
Oh,
left.
yeah.
And then the other 5 were the 400s.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what the first 5 bounties were? Oh, yeah, you were there.
Yeah,
they were all 400s.
Derek just kept pulling the 400s, and then, I mean, he ended up. Oh, we got a big hand here. 2 kings versus Timmy has 2 10s. Eduardo has kings again. Cord is looking for a reason to get into the pot and getting 2-1, 3-1 on a call there. Comes along. Cord with Eduardo with the overpair and the better flush draw.
Eduardo here playing a little bit of pot control here, maybe thinking he's either way ahead or way behind in a spot like this. And a spot like this, he's way ahead. And he's actually going to get the worst hand to lead out here. And Eduardo with the easiest call here. I like to check on the flop, actually.
He's finding extra value on these hands.
That's a great river card.
Yeah, board pairs.
2 pair. 2 pair.
Once he says 2 pair, he knows his kings are probably good. Where are you going next? I need to plan my poker trips out. Stay tuned, AC. We got some information coming out soon. But follow me on Twitter. I will announce everything. The Justin Emmer. I'm sorry, X. Follow me on X. There's no such thing as Twitter anymore, apparently.
Sassy here with a suggestion. I don't know how much control either of us would have on this situation, but maybe having the tournaments at one location so cash games can still run. Saying she was locked out multiple times and couldn't play cash games. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's probably just going to happen during a big tournament series, especially during our bigger tournaments like the $500.
Yeah, and there were times where we only had it at 1 and there were still people getting locked out of cash games. There was a lot of people, and even though we had nearly 60 tables, there were just times where we couldn't accommodate everybody, and that's, I mean, it's very unfortunate. We try to avoid that as much as possible, but it's also a sign that we are running a very successful series. So definitely we'll try and get everybody in the future in spots like that, but unfortunately, if we crush it, then we run out of room.
Yeah, I mean,
it is the nature of the beast. As we see,
an all in from Eric in the 2-seat. Cord making the call and Jason making the call here. And
Jason with the pair, Eric with king queen suited. And
Eric actually flops some equity here.
Goes check, check. Ooh. Cord picks up a flush draw, but they are in a side pot check and makes the flush on the river. and bets it. He's letting Jason know. I made a hand here. It's very unlikely that he would bet here without a hand, with a chance to eliminate a player and get that pay jump. Slick Rick. Slick Rick. Make sure you check out Slick Rick's TikTok. He is left his full-time job to pursue poker full-time. We're going to read a little bit about his bio here. Came to the final table fairly short, so did a really good job getting some pay jumps. He's from Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, taking him a nice payday of, what, 52,880.
Follow him on Twitter at OXSlickRick, RIC. His occupation is a content creator. He wants to shout out his followers on TikTok. Make sure you check him out on TikTok. And if his followers are watching this right now, shout out to you from Slick Rick. His best win before this was 17,000. His poker goal is to be the GOAT. So well on his way with this final table here. He played Division I soccer, recently left everything to play poker before going to business school. Started creating content on social media. So congratulations. If you are a content creator and you make a final table, we will definitely give you a shout out. So go follow Slick Rick on his TikTok and on Twitter and help him become the next online superstar. Nice job, buddy. Great run.
Oh, Daniel Marks wants to know what place he got in the Master Blaster Award. Is there a leaderboard?
Yeah, no, this is a private thing. Yeah,
yeah.
we do this because it's fun and it's a cool thing to put on display. But I want to make sure everyone is well aware of what we're doing before I start talking about it publicly. I don't know that everyone wants everyone to know how many bullets they fired. So if you want to know for yourself what you fired, send me a DM somewhere.
Oh, hello. Looks like we're back. Man, we're having some lag issues, maybe with the number of viewers we're having here. But we're back. Danny Mark's saying he fired probably 20 to 25 bullets.
No, you were not tops on the leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean,
anywhere close. Pat yourself on the back for not.
I don't want to give too many details, but I think when I was talking about the Master Blaster Award, you said you had a player, someone fired like maybe 20 bullets in one event. So I mean,
yeah,
that's you're on the low end of there,
yeah.
Mr. Marks.
Okay, on TikTok he's 0xSlickRick, RIC. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
I think that's a 0x_SlickRick. But if you just Google Slick Rick poker with no K on the Rick, I mean Slick normal RIC. Check it out. Okay, wait, hold on. I see my name.
I actually like this comment here from Richard. Do you want to maybe read it, or I'll read it too?
Hold on, yeah, wait, hold on. I gotta take a picture of this for my records. Yeah, this one is important. Okay, maybe a few smaller buy-in tournaments. Most of the tournaments were 500 or more, pricing a big group out of the action.
I totally can understand that, actually.
Yeah, I can too. I agree. Generally, what I like to do with the series is go good, better, best for just kind of the however long we're going, however long, if it's, even if it's 9 days, like 333, if it's 3 weeks, like a week. Good tournaments at the beginning, better in the middle, and best at the end. And I think in the future we will do a similar platform for it. And yes, I hear you. Everyone who wants to have, I mean, it's not just lower buy-in people. It's the ones who played a bunch of 500 and just kind of want to break. They want to keep playing and maybe not fire quite as big on their second or third tournament of the series or whatever. So I hear you and I agree, and we will be looking to do that in the future. So thank you for that input.
Billy here, I know she was a regular player here in a lot of our tournaments. Really enjoyed the PokerAtlas tourney. I thought y'all did a great job, and she really loved the part about having the chip counts and updates throughout the day. So, like, they kind of felt like they're in an actual series. So, I know a lot of us appreciated your staff from doing that, and I thought that was really cool too. I could hop. I was curious last night. I was playing a session at Las Colinas. I was like, oh, I wonder who made the final table. I just pulled up right on my phone, and I could see all the chip counts. And it was like, World Series of Poker quality with all like the updates. Like it had like some kind of fun comments in there, like It's like, oh, like I need my hand to hold. Like that, people
ace
talking about what
10
they were
to
saying
break
during the
in.
hand. And looks like we have another all-in, a call here. Cord
We have the worst hand.
needs to find
We
the
have a shot,
ace.
though.
Oh my gosh, has some equity here to knock out JL.
Oh,
Wow.
finds the ace.
Wow.
And then calls for the 3. JL, great run. She was the only female to make the final table. Gets it in good, was so patient, got a few pay jumps, just kept waiting and waiting, and then gets it in good with 2 kings, only to see that ace come on the turn. Excellent run. There was lots of people asking about her on social and in the chat. I know they were rooting for her. Her boyfriend actually went deep in the tournament while waiting. He was on the rail today. Very supportive. That's a great run.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, $65,000, $140 is nothing to sneeze at for even $1,000 buy-in. And
absolutely.
Now we're getting into what the big money what we want to say, right? Where the next pay jump is going to be into the 6 figures. And anytime you make 6 figures off of $1,000 tournament, I think you're pretty happy.
Absolutely.
So these players got to be pretty ecstatic right now.
Well over 100 buy-ins for any tournament is pretty spectacular. It's pretty spectacular if you can get that for the win, let alone for 3rd place. So everyone here playing for big money.
I totally agree there, Danny. Yeah, Cord just runs too good. And Dory Coyle, another prominent female player here in the Dallas area, says, great job, JL. Way to level up. Well played. And I totally agree there. I mean, when the easiest way to make money on the final table is just to fold and pick your spots. I think she profited maybe another 30 or 40,000 there just by folding.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And real quick, just because we didn't get to it while she was there, she is from Rogers, Arkansas. She is in cybersecurity. She's a cybersecurity attorney. She wanted to mention her husband, Trevor Lewis. Oh, I said boyfriend earlier. I'm sorry. Her husband, Trevor Lewis, and any family in Rogers that is watching. I hope they're still there. Congratulations to her. Her poker earnings before this was 84.7, so it nearly doubled.
She's now crossed the 6-figure mark.
Right. Her best poker win was 41,000, so that's not true anymore.
Congratulations.
I should go give this back to her and have her fill it out again because all of these have changed. Her poker goal is to play the WSOP main event. You just got enough for a buy-in. And she plays classical piano.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
A very well-rounded individual.
Yeah, and apparently a very good poker player.
Yeah, let's see some more GGs in the chat for JL. Am I pronouncing that right?
JL, yeah, I talked to her.
Okay.
I see a joke there in the chat saying this dealer has got someplace to be. I mean, I've had Saturday final tables take slower than this. Like our weekly Saturday tournament one time. It's a $365 buy-in. Sometimes it's $18,000 for first.
Yeah.
We lost our first player, I think, one time at like 2 hours.
Wow.
So this is insane that we're already down to 4-handed.
Yeah, with these 10-figure pay jumps. Looks like someone has a dinner to get to tonight.
But I mean, we joke about that, but I feel like we're going to see the pace of play slow down quite a bit with how much money is up top.
The average right now is 93 big blinds.
Oh, wow. So a lot of play.
So
pretty much a cash game at this point.
Yeah, it's average stack is 93 bigs. I feel like it would slow down at some point. I could tell you who has no intention of slowing down is Cord Garcia, raising and betting the queen 3, firing away. Somebody had mentioned earlier that he did fold a hand when he was stepped away from the table. There, I saw my name up there. Justin, how did you say we can find out how many bullets we fired over the last 3 weeks? So I have a list from a report that I did in order to figure out who won the Master Blaster tournament. So I have probably the top 10 or so. So if you want to figure out if you're on that list, you can send me a message. But if you're not sure, then you're probably not. I can tell you that much, because the people on the list are well aware that they are close to the top of that list.
He's a backlap player, man.
If you'll just now join us here, we are streaming the final table of our $1.5 million guaranteed event, title event. Last event of our PokerAtlas series. Listen to the voices of Derek and Justin Hammer, the tournament director from PokerAtlas. That's brought a great team, did a great job running the series here in conjunction with all the staff here at TCH.
Oh yeah,
and we had a pleasure working with you, obviously, and I'm sure we're looking forward to having y'all back here very soon.
We got some good stuff on the docket. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. If you ever want to get your tournament buy-in information, they will give it to you here if you come and ask for them. Generally, places like to do it at the end of the year. It's usually a tax time thing. We used to have a rule that I'll do it for you once a year. No problem.
I got that.
Coming from the management side, I'll say that I've had plenty of players just come up to me and ask me at the podium, and it takes me maybe 2 minutes to look up your account with your player card, and I can do it very quickly.
There's the answer. You want to know how many bullets you fired at any time period, because PokerAtlas can do it by a date range. Come up and ask Derek.
Yeah, a lot of players will usually ask me for time or how much time they played at cash games and tournaments, and all that information is really easy to find, and I can print that out for y'all when it comes tax time, or if you just want to know. And I can print that out for y'all easily.
Beautiful.
And there might be some confusion maybe on the chip denominations, so I'm going to go over those. Maybe we have a few more viewers in the chat. The blue chips, I believe, are worth 25,000.
Yep.
The blue chips, or the red chips, worth 100,000, and then the
I call them limon.
Yeah, the lemon ones are worth 500,000. Do we have million chips?
Yes.
Are we going to see them tonight?
I don't. It's possible. It's possible. I looked at them. There's 75 million chips in play, so I thought about that's less than a rack of chips. I mean, you're looking at these stacks now when they just accumulate so much, but generally you like to put enough out there so that they're able to play, but then since we're not going to have them take so many breaks, just kind of let them accumulate, and then the last few, like we're at right now, can have some stacks to work with, play with the deeper stacks, the bigger physical chip stacks. So if it seems like it's getting a little unmanageable, or we're just making Brittany's life more difficult than it needs to be, we might bring out the million chips. But generally, I think we're saving those for the future. Well, how about we put it that way? For the future.
Yeah, no, I know we have a few million chip plaques that I've only, in my time here at TCH, I've been here almost 3 years, I've only seen them twice. Final table for our first 500K guarantee tournament.
Yeah.
And then our final table for our very first $1 million guaranteed event. And they look pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. They're like black and purple with like a nice shimmer on them.
I played that event.
Oh, you did?
I have no idea what those chips look like, obviously, but I played the event.
I did too as well, actually.
I never got to a point where I necessitated million chip plaques. We got a call. 2 calls. Oh, let's see it. Let's see a family pot. There we go.
All right. Welcome to Texas Poker.
That's right. Family pot, 4-handed, playing for $250,000. Limp, limp, limp. Let's go.
Looks like Trung and Eduardo the only ones flopping a piece of it here. Eduardo did flop top pair. We'll bet and take the pot down here. Alice Acuna in chat. What's up, Alice? Hope you're doing all right. See Poker Monkey as well. How's it going? I don't know if I responded to your comment there. Poker Ski. Hope you're doing all right in Florida, buddy. I really thought I was going to see you here for the series, but maybe next time we have a PokerAtlas Tour, we'll see you around. Poker Ski used to be actually quite the tournament regular here at TCH Dallas. You can actually see his profile picture is him winning one of our Saturday tournaments here, but him and his wife moved back to Florida for her job.
Oh, nice. All right, I said I was going to read the bio of whoever raised next, and shockingly enough, it was Cord. Cord is from Katy, Texas, over near Houston. He wanted to mention his mother. We asked if there's anyone he wanted to mention as he raises, and Timmy re-raises with the aces. Cord instantly mucks. Shout out to Mom. His total poker earnings, he just put a 3-point question mark. I think I know what he's trying to say there. Best poker win back-to-back. His poker goal is 7 figures in 1 tournament. Tell us something cool about yourself that has nothing to do with poker. Says, I have no sweat skills. I'm effing trapped. Brett Murray. He's quoting Brett Murray.
Seems like a fun guy.
Brett Murray. I know Brett Murray. He is a buddy. He lives in California, and he plays all the tournaments at Thunder Valley there, and he is the all-time winningest player at Thunder Valley, so they call him God of Thunder. He is also a very big man in stature. He's really tall and quite the presence, so it fits. It's fitting. So obviously fitting that he would get a quote on the live stream. From Cord. Cord likes to test me. He writes down things to see, he thinks I won't read them, but I tell people, you make the final table, you could pretty much, I mean, within some kind of reason, pretty much get me to say whatever you want.
So Justin, do you have a particular poker game of choice that's not no limit hold'em?
It's for a band called.
Yes, I do.
All right, I want to hear it.
All of them. I really enjoy playing Raz. And if I can't play Raz, then I do draw games. During quarantine, when everybody was locked in their house, I was part of a big mix game group. We had I think it was 24 game mix that we played online, and we would Zoom with each other, and we would play together, and it was a great chance to kind of hang out with people from afar.
10 max. 10 would be great. 5 is acceptable.
Everybody was doing at the time, but we played tons of mixed games, and everyone kind of like had a collective sigh whenever Hold'em came out, because we weren't there for No Limit. We were there to play all the other games, but you know, lots of stuff got into the mix. But I very much enjoy the mixed games. If you see most of the series I've ever been a part of, they have some sort of mixed game in there. That is community that I'm very close to and fond of, and will try to support for as long as places let me. It's getting, you know, tougher and tougher to justify putting on mixed games at places, but I will fight for it for as long as I am in this industry. And was very happy that TCH let us do some horse and Omaha,
I played the triple draw event, and you know, I was so happy when I saw that event, the triple draw on the series. You know, I mean, you know, considering how kind of a niche game that is, I thought we still had a pretty good turnout for that event. I think it was around 40 or 45 entrants, and you know, we all had a blast. And the mixed game community here kind of all knows each other, so when we all sat down there, every person we saw at every table, we all knew.
Yeah,
we either played cash with them before, or you know, me, Cooper, and Julian, one of the dealers in the chat.
Yeah.
We'd like to put a group together that we used to do weekly. We're trying to bring that back, actually, so hopefully we can do that again.
Okay, yeah, let me know. Hit me up. I will be in. I'm close by. I love mixed games.
Oh, you're in the Dallas area?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to grab your number sometime, because we're actually, I think, looking to play 2040 mix next Monday.
All right, I'm in. Okay, let me get your number. It's 555. Oh, wait, everybody's listening. How about a 30-minute level Sati with a bigger buy-in and more seats? No. Next question. Hello, Hammer. Let's go, Cord. Woof, woof. What's up, Larry? Lawrence Wayne. Larry, he's well known. He made the final table of the last title event that we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want to hear him bark, go watch that one. He does it at the end of his interview.
Monday, September 11th. Sorry, Julian. Yeah, he kind of helped organize, or kind of helped spur the interest for mix, I feel like, at our TCH locations. You know, we've always kind of all enjoyed playing maybe like 510 or, you know, kind of small mix, and then we started raising it to 1530, then 1020 to 1530, and we're like, oh, we should play bigger and bigger. Then we kind of got a regular group playing 2040, and had a lot of fun with that.
2040 is generally a sweet spot. I don't know around here. Like, you go much higher, you'll start to lose people, and lower, you'll probably start to lose people also. Yeah, I'd love to be a part of that.
You know, you mentioning that you like Raz. You ever hear of Action Raz?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, you're a true mixed game player then.
Yeah. We actually put it in to our mix at one point, and
probably the most tilting version of the stud game.
It got some mixed reviews, but like I like it. Yeah,
like
it makes it so that face cards aren't totally just action killer. So it's a good little caveat. Actually, Greg Raymer came and played at one of the places I was working with.
Oh, that's cool.
He introduced us to that game, and then I played it as part of the mix for a while. I'm a fan. I like them both. If that's what it takes to get it in the mix, I would definitely play it.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, I think just because with the stakes we're playing, not that it's like huge or not that small, but I think we're just sticking to like the standard games, like no like super stud games, or just you know, like horse plus triple draw games.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, we're gonna flop pretty well here. Top pair. Kicker does still play currently. Cord just with king high right now.
Decided to get away from that one. Raz is my favorite regular mixed game as well. I rarely see anyone who knows it, which is sad. LOL. Yeah, I've had a couple series where I did Raz only tournaments, and
oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
That sounds so much fun. So much fun.
I actually, when I was working in Vegas a couple summers ago, I had one day off, and there was a Raz tournament at the Orleans, and I went and final tabled. I didn't do super great, but made some money.
Mallory here actually our game runner for our high stakes streams on Tuesday, saying she's watching recruit new players for the high stakes live streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And you know, after this hand here, wow, 3 aces here on the flop.
3 on board.
Look at that.
That's a good card for Jason. Back in the day when you had bad beat jackpots that were aces full, beaten by quads, and you only had to play a kicker, every time they put 3 like that, you would hear a dealer yell, 3 on board. Someone would have to come over and check it out.
Oh, just to like kind of.
Because it's
there's
like
a high chance
the most,
might,
yeah, it's the highest chance that
Interesting.
you get there. They would, whenever they yelled 3 on board, you knew you were close. People, old school, the old school players will know what I'm talking about.
So those of y'all in the chat that may be more interested in cash games, or might be interested in playing on a cash game live stream, you can contact Mallory at this number or her email here to inquire about playing on one of our Tuesday streams. I did see Cord waking up there with ace-king. Obviously very strong holding, regardless of the number of players, but very, very strong four-handed. Going to get action from 2 players here.
There we go, 10-9 and ace-8. Cord still in the lead with ace-king here. Got shot to Timmy. One of my favorite parts about Cord's game is he's generally very fast.
I was just about to mention that right as you said that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm liking how quickly he's playing. Makes it very, very easy to watch on stream. Oh, and Trong here going to find the pair on the river.
Cord played it very well. Got some value there. And then just bet the 500K on most of those rivers. I think it goes check-check, and he wins it with ace-high. Unfortunately for him, Timmy hit a pair there on the river. Takes it down.
Yeah, I actually really like the sizing on the turn there. You know, he knows he can still get some value from hands that could have been floating the flop, like king high or even weaker ace high holdings. And
yeah,
you know, he was betting when he was ahead and checked back when he was losing. So I don't think he could do much better than that.
Can't do much better.
The cards are going to fall how they fall, and you just have to figure out, you know, when you'll be putting the money in or when you'll be putting the brakes on.
Doing a lot of walking these days.
Looks like we have a question from Scott Banks. Did you get the digital things that go in the trophies?
I'm going to be mailing them out. There was a little bit of a snafu getting them together, but I'm going to be spending the next few days getting them put together, and I will, if your address is correct on file here, then I will send them out, and if it's not, then let them know to adjust it, and I will make sure to get them mailed out to you. I'll be contacting everyone individually, though.
And maybe for some of the players in the chat or viewers in the chat that don't know what we're talking about, you know, for each event in the series, there was a trophy, you know, a pretty nice trophy that I might add. And I love the trophy they all had for this whole series. Oh, yeah, you can actually see the top left corner of the screen there. And the top of the globe actually comes off, and inside that globe, there's a spot for a little digital tracker. And that actually tracks your chip count for the winner for the entirety of the tournament, right? And that's kind of the main reason why you had all the dealers keep track of all the chip stacks. So it tracks all the way from your entry into the event up until you take down the entire event and have all the chips in play. So it kind of shows your ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of the tournament. So it's pretty cool little keepsake.
It's called the PokerAtlas Playback, TM, trademark. PokerAtlas Playback, and yeah, we do, part of what I like to make a staple of any event that I run that has PokerAtlas, the best way to run a tournament, in my opinion, is it's fairly simple to get all the players' chip counts updated on every single break, or more often if you so desire. But dealers can input it into the tablet, and then it all gets set next to their name so you could show it. So like you were saying earlier, you can check how your friends and family are doing and see you know, any buddies you have in the tournament, where their chip counts are, and we show kind of how they've done throughout the tournament, not just that they're third place, but maybe that they were in second to last place.
Came in the final table with the lowest chips.
So once I have all that information, I can make this cool little running graph that shows where you were throughout the entire tournament. When you do something like this, somebody's going to win, and I'm just going to kind of show their journey from when there were 1,900 entries all the way to when there were 9 to 876, all the way down to when they won, and it kind of shows what place they were in throughout the entirety of the event. And
that's gonna be so cool for the for all the winners of this, especially those events that had, you know, like our first event, the Dallas Tool, like had, you know, over 2,000 entries. This event almost 2,000 entries. So it's cool to see that progression.
Yeah. Then there are people that won, and I told them about that and got them excited. And then it took a little. We had a new team that was putting it together, and
oh wow, what a play here! Hold on, sorry, I didn't mean.
Yeah. No, this is more important.
Eduardo betting the turn here with the lead. Trung somehow finding a jam here. And Eduardo with the best hand. If he finds the call here, he could have almost half the chips in play.
He's thinking about it.
Kind of maybe a little suspicious, right? Looks almost more like a draw.
I think you actually have to beat. We'll see that
and he finds the
You
fold.
got nothing anyway.
You'll see it on the
He said,
Yeah.
let's see.
That's why I see it. That's why I bet all you.
Let's
with
listen.
2-3.
I bet he bluffed.
He bluffed me. That's why I put it on you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was actually surprised he chose to turn that hand into a bluff, right? Because
He don't got
you know,
hands.
he
He got
could
hand
still be
to call
ahead of a whole lot of hands.
He bet I called, but when I raised, he don't
wow.
call me. He don't got no hand. Chip me. I got 2-3. I push all you.
I did see a funny comment here from Eric Scott. I guess only mom gets a shout out from Cord. Stepdad supports you too, Cord. LOL.
Shout out to Cord Stepdad.
Hey, let's show some love to Eric Scott here, Stepdad of Cord.
Oh yeah, no, that was me. He actually wrote to mom and stepdad.
Oh yeah, you know I see it on
Yeah,
there.
he even said, "Please don't screw that up, Hammer.
Like
It's
that.
mom and stepdad." So yeah, that graph is actually available on the website, PokerAtlasTour.com. Once we make it, you can see it. I'll also tweet it from all of our accounts. But the winner will have it forever on their trophy. So when someone sees their trophy and says, "How'd you get that?" they just pop the top off and say, "Check it out for yourself." Short stack has over 70 big blinds. Did you see that?
Yeah,
the shortest stack, over 70 big blinds.
That's huge. Definitely tends to happen when you raise the blind levels up to hour levels.
Yeah.
Which I think for a big event like this, it's definitely important.
Yeah.
To have a lot more play, and when you have so much money up top, you definitely want kind of take the variance out more and make it more of a skill game, right? And making the longer levels definitely helps the players that are more skilled, and I think we're definitely seeing that on this final table. I haven't seen a single bad player on the final table.
I have always been a fan of having the most play when it matters the most, and that's final table. That's big event. Final table of a big event. That is when they should be playing the deepest. I'm not going to take credit for this short stack being 70 big blinds. I mean, the structure helps for sure, but these players are also pedal to the metal, going lightning fast.
Yeah, we lost 4 players in the first hour, so
it will always slow way down at some point, and it took a little longer to slow down than I would normally imagine. But
agreed. Trung does make the call with queen high, which I don't really blame him here, though. I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know how. I haven't really seen too much of Cord's play, so I don't know how often he'd be turning that spot into a bluff. But
queen high. Sicko.
Does get value getting called by queen high.
That probably tells you how often he's capable of turning a spot like that into a bluff.
Yeah, and definitely keep in mind for those of y'all watching, you know, we don't know the history between some of these players, how long they've been playing together. Maybe they might have played together a lot of day one or all of day two, or maybe they're just now getting to know each other after combining to the final table. So
yeah,
there's a lot to take into account.
Some of this I could help with a little bit. I was here until 2 a.m. watching them play. But yeah, they've been playing for, you know, they played 15 hours yesterday. They played 12-ish hours on day one. So you never know. You never know how much they played with each other. This is the third day of the event. Eduardo with a flush draw here. Cord in the lead with Jack high. And Eduardo with his textbook donk bet and takes it down.
Yeah, the other three players I don't really recognize, but Eduardo here, I'm sure you heard from Mitch. He's regular here in our card room.
Yeah.
Actually plays a lot of our daily turbos and tournaments, weekly tournaments, and plays a lot of 1-2 cash here. So to see him on such a big final table here must be very, very cool for him. Yeah,
it's nice. That's the cool thing about doing these series in a place like Texas. For the longest time, anyone from Texas, you want to play a big series like this, you have to travel. You have to go somewhere else to someone else's hometown in order to play. And part of the cool thing about Texas Card House and tour stops here is giving you an opportunity to play type of thing you might expect to see a huge casino in Vegas or California or Florida or somewhere else, but you get it right here in your own backyard. It's the team at Texas Card House and PokerAtlas was able to make that happen, and I think the people had asked, why do you schedule it when there's fill in the blank? And I say, well, there's always fill in the blank. People in Texas deserve to have something in their backyard too. So,
well, I've heard Victor and Mike and Leon always get surprised, or actually no, they don't really get surprised just because they know how big of a player pool here there is in Dallas.
Yeah.
I think we were having our bigger one tournament, or our even bigger one, the 250K monthly that we're now running, and I think it was like either the same weekend as the WSOP event or some elsewhere.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Are you not concerned about not meeting the guarantee for that?" And they're like, "No." And then we just crushed it. You know,
yeah.
So if there's convenient spots to play poker, they're gonna stay in town and play poker. You know,
absolutely.
So.
And
the run good continues here for Cord.
2 pair. Got called with queen high. Can he do it with jack high too? That would be impressive. Sometimes it's counterintuitive. When there's a big World Series event happening, people think you can't do anything at the same time because that's where everybody is. But the actuality is sometimes when there's a big tournament going on that everyone's paying attention to, that's the best time to run a big event because everyone's excited about poker. And like you watch these guys play for the main event, $12 million, and you're like, man, I know I can't play for $12 million right now, but if there's something
I can drive
close,
down the road to 20 minutes and play for 250,000, which is pretty dang close.
I have done some events where I swung really, really big, and it was at the same time as the World Series, and it didn't go so hot. But you do one that's just relatively more tame, but like a big weekend tournament or something that you usually do. Having, contrary to popular belief, when the World Series is going, they don't have 100% of poker players there.
Right.
It could be a high percentage. It's a lot of people, but it's not 100%.
Hey, 2 left.
Got a big raise here from Trung with the ace king, raising half his stack, pretty much committing him to an all-in. And it's interesting to see that maybe he's not realizing how many big blinds he has, because some people in the chat, they might see it as ICM suicide, or I guess he is the small stack, but I mean, 60 big blinds, that's enough play for a long duration of the final table.
I will tell you, when we were walking around on day 2 and I was looking at some stacks and trying to figure out, get a gauge of when the tournament's going to finish, when we're going to start breaking down, I found myself walking around and being like, okay, there's a short stack, there's a short stack. And then I go back and I look at it and it's like, well, they have 30 big blinds. Like they're
plenty. Yeah.
They're short, like giant air quotes, but they're only short in comparison to the other stacks. They're not short in comparison to the depth of the tournament.
Yeah, it's a playability, yeah.
And so this is very similar. He is the short stack, air quotes, but 62 bigs is generally not very short. There's a lot of final tables where that would have you well out in front.
Should we spike? straddle.
Raise it up, Farmer.
I think he's being serious.
I think he's being serious too.
Have a little bit.
Cord's coming in for 500 without looking at his cards.
See if
He
I can
called
beat
it a
you guys
straddle,
blind.
but in a cash game, you call it a straddle because it's live. In a tournament, you're just raising in the
Should I
dark.
look yet or no? Yeah, I have to look.
And
I check on the dog.
he gets called, and now he has position. Both players flop a 5. Timmy with the better kicker goes check, check. He leads. Gets called.
I check.
And
Oh
gets
my
it
gosh.
with the bottom pair.
Oh my gosh. Nicely played there by Cord.
Here's what I'll tell you. I have a hunch here.
Your turn.
When somebody comes out and they say, you know what I'm going to do in this tournament? I'm going to straddle. And then they win the pot. What do you think happens next time they're in
Nah,
the
I
event?
think I'm the only one. But it's okay.
Generally, I don't know what Cord's going to do. And even though this happened a half hour ago, I've been in here with you. I have no idea what's happening out there. I would take action on Cord straddling again next time he's under the gun.
Yeah, I mean, he is the chip leader right now, right? So
Yeah. Chip leader.
he'd probably be raising that hand anyways. Actually,
Yeah,
now that
exactly.
Now that I'm thinking back on it, like
The real hand now, ace queen. Timmy along with 10 deuce.
oh, I got some action here. Open-ended here for Timmy. Cord with the best hand with the pair.
Check back call, check back call. We've seen this before. 10. Now he's got 2 pair. He might calls. Wow.
Yeah, it seems like whenever y'all go heads up, the board just hits paint all over it.
Eduardo with the
Commentary?
nice, the commentary
Yeah.
after the big pot.
Better push it.
Wow, and actually, I mean, and just like that, Trump lost half his stack down to 31 big blinds. So I mean, you know, if I were Trunk here, sorry, Timmy, I'd start taking some inventory of how much I actually have in my stack. You know, kind of go back to how many big blinds I have, and like you said, when you're walking around looking at everyone's stack, and like he might be thinking like he's like, oh, I'm in the danger zone. I'm in the danger zone right now. I need to start forcing some things.
No.
If you start just go back, count your stack, realize how many big blinds you have, and just go like, oh, I got plenty of chips to play for here, and try not to panic.
Even though you're four-handed and the blinds are coming around a lot faster than what you're used to, like it's 40, 50, 60 bigs. It's very deep. You have plenty of time to be patient and pick your spots.
And I have to comment on this again. I'm loving how quickly everyone here is playing.
Yes.
Yes, they're playing for a lot of money, but there's just the nuts here for Cord.
Gets led into.
Now show me your bluff.
That's not how that works.
Show me how it works. I don't know how it works.
Good. 10. Nice.
No way. It's getting spicy. Total? You didn't take Astro's team, you took total. 4.5, gotcha. So 3.5 now.
Also, we missed the kind of tail end of the hand. I'm sure Cord just raised and took it down.
That sounds, I mean, that's, at this point, it feels like that's always a pretty reasonable guess.
Sure.
Cord now pretty much raising any 2 here from the button. Close to half the chips in play. I believe they're about 75 million total chips. He has 33.3. Cord flops nothing here. Eduardo with second pair will lead out. Probably not a board I typically want to lead out on, but did end up hitting a pair, and it is four-handed. Probably noticing how active Cord is on this final table, and saying, you know, he doesn't necessarily have to hit that flop every time, which, you know, it's hard to make a pair in this game.
Yeah. Cord is keeping that pedal to the middle like he has. There was a point last night where he just went on a rocket ship, just took off never seemed to look back, but he did not slow down. Lots of raises, 3 bets. Oh, I was wrong. He didn't straddle.
But you know, I guess I'm just a huge proponent of fast play, you know, or not, you know, like obviously you can take your time in certain spots, but
Yeah.
you notice how like they look at the cards and just muck them. They're not they're not looking at them, looking at the other players, and you know what? You don't need a shot clock if you got players like this, right? So.
Oh yeah, not needed at all. But yeah, we're mixed game players. We're used to it. Most mixed game players, you don't.
There's no tanking and limit, as I always like to say when I'm playing with. Like it's almost like a joke now. Like, the moment someone starts thinking about like 5 seconds onto like a hand and Raz. I'm like, guys, there's no tanking limit. You know what you're doing.
Dime.
You're just trying to make the nuts. Just
Yep. count them. You better have a hand like 3 pair or something like that, where you're trying to. It's really sometimes it's hard to be like, break, do I have to play a pair? Yeah. Do I have 5 different cards in these 7 that you gave me? Are there 5 different ones anywhere?
I can understand it more in triple draw Badoogie, right? Because you know when you pair one of your cards and you're like, wait, what suits did I throw away?
Yeah,
like on the first, because it matters, you know.
Yeah.
So.
Especially when you slow roll yourself, you're just praying for a spade and it's a spade, and you say yes. Oh no,
paired.
I already had one of those. All right, we're going to talk about the next person who raises, whoever it is. Okay. All right, the next aggressive action. Let's see. We got a bio sheet. Let's talk about these guys. Actually, we already did Cord. We'll do Jason.
Yeah, Jason here, sharing some diamonds with Cord.
Gonna
take the aggressive route, it looks like, and raise after getting bet into.
With the best hand.
What's up?
With the best hand.
Yeah, with the best hands, actually.
His 5-3 was ahead.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, you know, it was a great play there by Jason. Probably gets a lot of respect since he's probably been the least active out of these 4. And I'll let you go into the bio there for Jason.
Jason goes by JB. He's from Houston, Texas. He came to the final table as second in chips with 17 million. He is a publisher. He wanted to mention his wife, Stacy, his son, Alex, and his daughter, Lauren. So shout out to Stacy, Alex, and Lauren. His total poker earnings, 116,415. He gave a very specific number. I have a feeling that's incredibly accurate.
He looked up his hand and mob right before.
Very much drawing live to double that. Open ender for Eduardo on a 3-club board.
Might be another spot where he wants to lead here, and looks like he will. Trying to setting his price for his draw, and you know, one of these hands, I feel like Cord will probably try to play back at this because it's happened a lot right now. You know, Cord raising, Eduardo defending in the big blind, and then Eduardo just leading out, and then Cord having to fold.
Jason's best poker win. Sorry, a couple final tables this summer, including WSOP Omaha event. His poker goal is to win the cash. He likes to travel, went to Montana, Yellowstone last summer, went to Alaska this summer.
It's a good time to go to Alaska when it's summer in Texas.
Absolutely.
Did he say where he was from? Rowlett? Okay, yeah, so he's a Texan.
No, here. Houston.
Oh, Houston?
Yeah,
same thing. Yeah, anywhere in Texas is hot during the summer.
Oh, yeah.
Got a 9-9-4 board. Cord with the best hand, 2 pair. And just continuing to steamroll this table here.
Board with 168 big blinds.
Adrian Curry says he was following Jason at the WSOP this year. He was killing it. 3 final tables. Wow, that's actually
that's impressive.
That might be equivalent to, like, what would you say? Like, number of final tables at a World Series equivalent to 1 win there.
Yeah, I mean that's gotta be close. Yeah,
3 or 4 final tables. Like,
the people who want to be in charge of the leaderboard always want to minimize how difficult it is to make final tables. But yeah, that is.
Oh, it's extremely. It's so difficult.
Tough to make it 1.
On flop here, 2 gut shots for Trung and Jason. Cord with a gut shot of his own.
Got shots for everyone. You can hear a tournament clock going off in the background.
Back to our weekly tournaments.
Back to the weekly tournaments, yeah.
Jason there.
It's good to mention the weekly tournaments are back. Every time you do a series like this somewhere, there is a core group of your daily players who are just as excited as everyone is to have the big series. There's always a group of people who are excited that it's over and they can go back to their regular routine playing the tournaments that are here daily, weekly, that they love. I think they got a $50 bounty going right now.
They had that in the afternoon. They're doing the $100 bounty right now.
Oh, okay.
Our
So
really
another bounty.
popular $300, $100 black chip bounty.
Great.
How do you think I learned? Raise.
Yeah. You know.
Let us know if you have any questions in the chat. We are four-handed now at the final table of this title event of the PokerAtlas Tour. We did 21 events over 21 days. There's a look at the payouts. Guaranteed $86,660. That's what they all have locked up right now. 3 of these 4 players are going to have a 6-figure payday.
Yeah, next page up is about 30 grand here. So I mean, this is
decent.
That's as much as a lot of first place winnings are in all of our weekly or.
Just spend more time in our fair bird, or are you going home?
No, I'm going home.
Going home in the morning?
Yeah, I'm flying back. And, I booked my ticket today.
See here, Cord betting 2 million here with the best hand, 2 pair with a 10 kicker. And at this point, if you're one of the other 3 players, you might be starting getting a little frustrated with how hot Cord is running, or maybe how aggressive he's playing. But I mean, we can see with our own eyes here, he's been having it probably 90% of the time.
Yeah.
He's been running hot.
He took a couple shots here and there, but I think it got him just enough credibility to. So Limp mixing it up from Cord. Limps with the King-9. Going to a flop against Timmy. 7-3 of hearts. Middle pair. Check bet fold.
Timmy here down to 18 big blinds. Obviously, what he had before, around 62, 63 big blinds, can obviously go pretty quickly if you're not very selective of what hold you decide to play. He's been pretty active, probably the most active on the table out of the 4.
Oh, yeah, he has been for most of day 2. I watched him when there was 4 tables left, 3 tables left. He was frequently involved in some big pots, flipping over all kinds of hands, but was playing a wide range, but playing it very well.
Looks like we're going to go 3 ways to a flop here.
That's a decent flop
and
for Cord.
Wow. I mean, can Cord just not miss? What is happening here?
Flops the absolute nuts.
That's a spicy turn card there for Eduardo.
Eduardo picks up a flush draw. And 6 would also make him a better straight. Doesn't get there.
Cord here still with the nut straight. Obviously loses the full houses, but it's very, very unlikely here. And he goes very big here. A pot-sized bet, trying to get called by a 4 or maybe even a 7 here. as you can't really think of many hands that you're losing to if you have those holdings. So.
Yeah.
Nice hand there for Cord. Up to 188 big blinds. Almost doubling, or pretty much doubling what Jason has. So, I mean, he's really running away with the chip lead here.
We're trying to see if he can get a stack over 200 bigs. Not very standard unless you have all of the chips in the tournament. 200 bigs. Four-handed.
Give a good night, Billy.
Good night, Billy. Thanks for joining us.
You know, as we have a few more people hopping here that might not have seen the beginning of our stream, welcome to the final table of our title event, the end of our PokerAtlas Tour here at TCH Dallas and TCH Social. You listen to the voices of Derek and Justin Hammer. Justin Hammer, the tournament director from PokerAtlas, brought an amazing team here to host a great series here. And they're already going to take a short 5-minute break here, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
Yeah, check out the recap of some of the players at the final table.
And just to recap some of the players we lost earlier in the night. Our 9th place finisher was in fact Poor. And then we quickly lost Dustin and Chris right off that, back-to-back hands. Both those players, regular players here in our room actually. Actually all three of them. Poor plays a lot of our 2-5 here. Dustin's actually played on our Tuesday high-stakes cash game. Chris actually final tabled the final table of our mystery bounty tournament here for the PokerAtlas Tour. He did quite well on that. Obviously doing quite well in the final table of our title event. And you know, then we lost JL, and then we played who was the last female in our entire tournament series, or excuse me, our entire tournament. And then then we lost, I believe, Eric. So now we're down to our final 4 here. We have Cord with the chip lead, and Jason not too far behind, Eduardo with a decent chip stack as well. And then the short stack is right now Timmy, looking to make a comeback here. And take a look at the payouts here for our final 4 players. 4th place guaranteed $86,660, a great payday for a $1,000 buy-in. 3rd place $115,930, 2nd place $180,040. And of course, for 1st place tonight, of course, we're going to be playing down to a winner, no matter what. $258,000 for a $1,000 buy-in. And I'm not too sure of how many of these players might have satellited this event for $150, but I'm just going to go ahead and assume that most of these paid the $1,000 buy-in. And of course, tonight we have Brittany dealing the final table, as she does a lot of our final tables for our tournaments. And while we're waiting for the players to get back here, I got a question in the chat. How much did Eric cash for? What was the buy-in? So he got out in, I believe, 6th place. Or maybe 5th place. I can't remember exactly which one, but 6th place was $52,880. 5th place is $65,140. The buy-in was $1,000. If we got any questions here in the chat regarding, the end of our series here, Go ahead and throw them in the chat. Do have Justin Hammer, the tournament director from PokerAtlas, with me commentating tonight. We are going to try to get to 250 likes by 9 p.m., so if you have to hit that like button, please hit the like button. Helps the channel out a bunch, especially if you've been enjoying the entirety of our PokerAtlas Tour. And if you've been enjoying the live stream so far. I do know we have a few cash game players watching our stream tonight, so if you're more interested on the cash game side, or maybe want to play on one of our streams, see you there. Yeah, you can contact Mallory at that number or at that email. You can also use that QR code on the screen as well. We play every Tuesday night, typically 5, 10, 25s, occasionally 25, 25, 50. So if y'all are interested to play any of those stakes on Tuesday nights, please contact her, and maybe she'll have a seat for you. Looks like the players are getting a final chip count here to make sure the chips are the same as on the screen. We're doing some color ups. We should be back to the action shortly. All right, here, we're going to get back into the action here. Blinds at 125, 250K, 250K, hand number 79. Got Eduardo ready, got Timmy ready. You can see the giant chip stack of Cord there in the 5 seat. Jason with a decent chip stack of his own. Andrew Color here in the chat says, thank you for saying the word hit and not smash when the discussing the like button. Yeah, I mean, or I could say click. That works too, right? Okay, just click the like button. That would be great as well. RJ Dupree here. I should have come in to talk about Cord beasting all of us yesterday, LOL. Yeah, RJ, I heard you made a deep run in this event as well, man. So congratulations. Obviously not the result you wanted, but you know, just making day 2 in a big event like this, it's definitely something to be proud of. Looks like Brady's going to start up the action again here as we get the players ready to get to hand number 79 of our final table. Again, if you're just now joining us, we are streaming the final table of our $1.5 million guaranteed title event here from our PokerAtlas Tour. Wow, look at this here. Trung right off the rip, raising to $1 million, 1/3 of his stack. It's going to come ace 3-6. No pair for either player. Trung with the lead with ace 10 high. Looks like Trung's going to continue.
Call.
Interesting hand here developing. We got an all-in scenario here. Ace 10 currently the best hand.
Let's see what happens.
Somehow they got all in on the flop with these two holdings. We need a 4 or 7. Ace on the river going to give Trung the best hand, and a double up to 7.4 million out of nowhere here. RJ says he got out in 41st place. And that's, I feel your pain. When you get to that many tables, or that many players left, you can see how many tables are left. You know, only, 4.5 tables of players left. Timmy up to a decent stack now. Got about 500 of y'all watching here with us tonight. $258,000 up for grabs up top for a $1,000 buy-in. The biggest final table in the country right now, probably. Got Mitch back in here with me right now. And, you know, I was just talking to Justin earlier. I mean, we were discussing, this is probably the biggest final table in the country right now. I mean, you know, on a Tuesday, what, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, well, no, 8 o'clock right now.
And they have you and me commentate?
I guess so. I guess so.
Who else better could do the job than you and me?
But,
it's good to be back.
Yeah, no, it's it was pretty quick, first 4 or 5 players, and now it's kind of stabilized a little bit here. Down to our final 4. Cord continuing his dominance. I'm sure you had at the beginning. Timmy Trung actually just doubled up through Eduardo with ace-10 against ace-7.
I thought it was Tommy. Tommy.
Tommy.
Tommy, yeah, Tommy.
Oh, who kept saying? Oh, you know, I think Justin kept saying Timmy.
No, it's Tommy. I was talking to him out there. It's like he wanted to be called Tommy. So, but yeah, he had his buddy right out the slip for him.
Right?
When I was out there, you know, I was on break. I played a little bit. I did okay. And my pocket queens got cracked again, but I don't want to talk about it. But I still, you know, at the end, I came out okay. So, so we're down to the final 4.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I came in tonight. You know, I had my lunch packed and wore some comfortable clothing, and you know, I was expecting this to go like 8-9 hours, to be honest. But
yeah, I came in with a tie. The tie lasted about 5 minutes. I had to loosen it up, but you know, I did wear it. You know. Emily said I looked nice. So that,
no, it looks very nice on you,
yeah.
Mitch.
Well, thank you. She did my hair. All right, so the poker's been pretty good while I was gone.
Yeah, a lot of action. You know, I think Cord's flopped the nuts probably 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, so he's in the zone. I mean, what do we have here? Yeah, it's always good to run good. But, you know, if it's me at the final table, I want my skills to show. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I think when you – I mean, I'm not saying I don't want to run good, but
no, but he's been playing very well,
yeah.
to be honest. You know, picking his spots really well. He's for sure been the most aggressive player on the final table. Maybe not the most active. I'd give that probably to Tommy. Tommy Trung's been the most active on the table tonight. Core's probably been the most aggressive.
And look, ace king. Wow. And the button. And the chips. Life is good for Cord. It's good to be Cord.
And Jason's sitting there with ace-9 and the small one he has to fold.
Yeah.
He's like, what's going on here?
You know, it's, you know.
Oh, we got an all-in and a call.
Wow. I come in and this happens first hit? Wow.
Needs to find a 3 or a deuce here to chop. Could hit a 4 now.
Yes, baby.
Oh my gosh, 3 on the river.
You got to be kidding me.
And that's a huge 3.
Did that really just happen?
Wow.
Did that really just happen?
Tommy with the 3 from space on the river there. I mean, 9.2 million in profit in chips there. I mean, I can't really even think about the math on that right now, but that's got to be at least a $30,000 or $40,000 river card there, right? In like chip value.
Wow. So let me ask you, and congratulations going to Tommy. You know, I mean, he's stacking chips. What does that do to Cord?
It doesn't hurt him all that much, though. Mentally,
yes, that's what I'm asking.
It could be detrimental. But you know, from what I heard from Justin, Justin knows Cord quite well. You know, he's played a lot of really big tournaments. I think he'll be able to handle that well and bounce back from that. But no, it can't feel great. You know, because he wins that pot, you have more than half the chips to play.
And you have a guy gone from the table, the guy who's been very aggressive.
That might have put up the most fight against you.
I mean, to me, you know, I mean, Cord's still the chip leader, is that right? I just walked in.
Yes, he's still chip leader by quite a bit.
But that's got to be frustrating as all get out. You know?
Absolutely. I mean, Tommy has now 18 million, and Cord had 28 million, so he would have had 46 million in chips, more than over 2/3 of chips in play. So
another player gone.
And another player gone.
Yeah, so one step closer to the #1 spot. So, and you see, he had to get up and walk away, you know, because it's you play all this time, you get down to the final four, you got somebody, you know, not only on the ropes but a stranglehold, and you get beat by a 3 on the river. Frustrating. Anyway, we're moving on.
You know, I mean, I'd say the plus, the only silver lining for Cord is, you know, even though Trung did get some more chips here, he still has position on him, right? And the person that most likely to get the chips back from him would be himself, right?
Yeah.
So let's see, this could be trouble here. Cord does find a pair. Gonna go ahead and just let it go there against the big bet from Trung.
See, Eduardo, the last regular here.
Yeah, he's still in the mix there with 15 million in chips. Cord obviously still with the chip lead, but has to feel them closing in a little bit after doubling up. Tommy there. RJ and mentioning in chat, Cord went through some massive turbulence, massive swing last night. Came into the final table, still the chip leader. He has the ability to navigate turbulence. Okay. So, I mean, I kind of thought the same thing, and he's been playing quite well. Jason here. Small blind versus big blind, definitely an opportunity here to raise it up and try to take command of the pot here. I like the raise a lot here. Looks like he's going to make it 18 million. Excuse me, 1.8 million. I think Cord's just hands too strong here to let go. Probably knows Jason's doing a lot of ace-x holdings, has live cards a lot of the time.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Cord's just going to turn the
straight nuts here.
Yeah. And Jason, in desperate need of a jack.
Looks like he's going to raise. Repping the ace-jack, having that ace blocker there, and now does Cord want to just call and let Jason bluff off the remaining stack, or just get it in now if he thinks that Jason has like a 2-pair or even like a top pair, top kicker, or maybe a set that he can never fold. And just like that, Cord pretty much gets all the chips back in that one hand against Jason.
And you know, he's happy with that. He's back in the zone. But he'd still much rather have gotten them back from Tommy. You know, that's the hand, you know, and Cord obviously seems like an experienced poker player, but that's the kind of hand that'll stick with you for a long time. You'll tell your friends about it.
You know, and you know who isn't the only one feeling Tommy there get lucky on the river is Eduardo and Jason.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that was a 50K pay jump that they could have had.
Oh, they were definitely you know, team Cord there.
Team Cord, yeah, for sure.
No doubt about it.
But you know, it's never easy when you get to the final table, regardless of what position you're in, right? You know, they.
Oh wow!
Oh my gosh, can Cord run any hotter?
Oh wow!
What is happening? The birds. I think the first bird sighting of the night. We've seen kings a few times.
Well, I've not been into here, so I don't know. But Eduardo is going to call with a suited king. Tommy's calling. Cord has to be kind of happy with this flop.
I mean, I don't think you can get much better than a flop than that. You really don't have to worry about queens because you think that money would get all in pre-flop a lot of the time, or not all in pre-flop, but there'd be some raises.
Yeah.
Now you're just worried about pocket 4s and 5s.
Yeah, I don't see I know Eduardo well. I don't see him making that call.
I mean, that's another great pickup for him there.
Yeah.
Can't be upset about that.
Yeah.
Backdoor restarted, now doubling the next chip stack.
Yeah.
I mean, all it took was just one hand turning the nut straight, or the second nut straight, huh?
Well, I've not been in here for the last 40 minutes or so. That play by Eduardo there in the small blind calling, that's uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, he's more I mean, I think he understands that playing four-handed, yes, he'll be a little more active. He wants to survive on the final table.
Four-handed, has he been card dead kind of maybe?
Not really. No, I mean he's been playing well. He has been defending the big blind almost 100% against Cord, because I think him being in the big blind makes Cord the under the gun player. So he's been defending almost 100% of his big blinds against Cord, and then leading out against Cord, and then kind of just taking the pot down every time.
This could be interesting. I want some popcorn here for this trays against the deuces here. And look at this.
Wow.
Look at this.
Tommy finding a set.
Now, Cord might think his deuces are good here with this flop.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact that Tommy is betting so large here makes him. It might level Cord into thinking that he has like ace king, ace queen, some overcards that are just trying to take the pot down right now. Does Cord want to just risk doubling Tommy up again? I don't know.
He wants to know what Tommy has left. Look at this. I think if Cord does go any further, he doesn't want to see any more. He's going to put the pressure on Tommy. He doesn't want to see any more cards because he might be putting him on a medium-sized ace here maybe. I think Cord thinks he's ahead right now.
No talking?
Less talking, more walking.
Cord might think he's good here. Look at this. Wow. Is he?
He's really considering here.
Wow.
I mean, if he is going to play this hand, it's meaning all in, right? And
I don't think he wants to see. If he's going to see another card, he wants to go for all the chips.
This is a really high equity spot here in the sense of, if he's correct, he could really take on a huge pot, because I don't think Tommy's ever going to call off the rest of the stack with just ace high or king high. If he's wrong, he could lose the chip lead.
You think Cord might be putting him on maybe pocket nines, maybe pocket eights, tens?
That's possible, and I feel like Tommy would play the same way.
Yeah, that's the way I'm trying to put myself in Cord's spot right here. And I think if I'm Cord, I'm thinking Tommy missed the flop altogether, but he might have an overpair, obviously bigger than his deuces.
Cord's been playing well all night. I'm really interested to see what he decides to do here.
And he's wondering if I do put him all in, would he call with say ace king?
I don't think so. I mean, that's probably why he's considering it. It's like he has enough fold equity to fold out those holdings that still have a lot of outs against his hand.
Cord doesn't want to see any more cards. He doesn't want to see any more cards. So the only way I can do it is either fold or go all in and have him fold. Well, unbeknownst to him, Tommy's going nowhere.
Okay, he makes a good fold.
Well, he wants to see those two cards. Oh, he wants to see those two cards. He's smiling because he knows he'll see them later on.
Yeah. I mean, that's the benefit of playing on this stream. But for 30 minutes, he's probably going to be really curious.
Yeah. And Tommy's in his head a little bit, maybe. With the way things have been going, Tommy's in his head. Tommy with a jack deuce of spades there. He'll throw it away.
5.9.
Yeah, before the.
Thank you.
Cord will just call. We'll go to the flop here. Looks like Jason's going to hit the queen. Oh, he's just going to check it. Cord's going to hit the 5. Jason might get a little bit of chips out of him. A little check action there, I guess. Jason, the short stack here at the table with 6.7 million. 27 big blinds. Cord to chip leader. Tommy trying to catch him. Tommy going to look down at ace jack here. See how he wants to play it. Jason with the suited king, queen. He may go, he's going to definitely get involved, especially against Tommy. Eduardo with the king 10. Liked it when he first saw it. And he's still going to get involved, even though Jason raised. Tommy's going all in. 14.7. That would put both Jason and Eduardo all in, as I believe. And Tommy will take it down. Getting closer to catching cord here. Hand number 92, 645 of you watching. We appreciate that. Little coming up on 2.5 hours on the final table, down to the final 4. Started out with, what was it? 1,879, I think it was. Something like that. It's close. Cord's going to raise. Eduardo's making the call. Eduardo will hit the flop, but Cord does have a club and a straight draw. This could get interesting. Open-ended straight draw. Eduardo's betting $1 million. 3 of clubs, no help to Cord. The 7, get Cord there for the straight. Eduardo's going to bet out. Cord's going to raise here. Eduardo's going to make the call. He can't see the straight there. Can't put Cord on the straight. Cord will take it down. That's a frustrating hand there for Eduardo. The Texas Card House Poker Room regular. You can find Eduardo at either location, Dallas or Las Colinas here. Jason's going to be first to act. Got a nice little hand to work with here. King, Queen of Hearts. See how he wants to play it. Tommy's got a medium size, a barely medium size ace. And we'll get out of the way. Cord. We'll make the call and see a flop. Jason's going to do. He's going to bet out, and he'll take it down. Back 40 wants to know, I'm assuming, when the hand is over, if they can show just one card or if they have to show both. No, you don't. You want to show one, when the hand is over. That's quite all right. It's acceptable. Cord a small blind here with a suited king. Jason with the ace-8 four-handed looks pretty good to him. He'll get in the mix here. Not quite sure what he wants to do yet, but he's going to do something. Cord trying to get a little sneak peek at his stack there. Jason's going to raise it, take it down, and we'll move on. Coming up on hand number 95 here. Blinds are 125,000, 250, 250. Final table, everyone, to the main event here. $1,000 buy-in, $1.5 million guarantee. Cord with the button will raise it to 700,000. Cord will take it down. Take a look here real quick at the payouts, what these guys are playing for. And there you see it, 86,660 for the next one out. But they're all trying to get to 258,000 first place money. Looks like we're going to have a little mystery on that. Nothing mysterious about it now. It's King 9.
Miss any big hands?
Yeah, it was kind of a big hand. Eduardo and Cord got into a hand. Eduardo flopped the top pair.
Was there any doubt? I was like, oh, there's a gut shot there for Cord. I mean, Trunk still can't fold. Excuse me, Tommy still can't fold. Still has two pair.
Well, that's what happened in the Eduardo.
Oh, wow. What a river card. Gonna give Tommy a full house.
Wow. I'm telling you. Look at him. I'm telling you. I know exactly how he feels.
He's like, I should have all of those chips right now. Like, what is happening?
And then like the hand I was telling you about, Eduardo flop top pair, and Cord chased him down and hit he flopped the open ender and hit a straight on the river.
Got a great question here from Jay Stevens 212. How many players started the tournament? I can't give you the exact amount, but there were about 1,900 entrants. I don't know how many individual players there were, but there were 1,900 individual entries. So, obviously that means some of these players could have entered the tournament more than once, twice, maybe 3 or 4 times. We don't know. I mean, I know several players that had to, fire several bullets because of, how big the tournament they knew there was going to be. So, but now that we're down to our final 4 players, let's see in the chat who y'all think is going to win this whole tournament. I mean, we got Tommy there. Been running pretty hot in those high variance spots. Cord's just been running really well and playing very well. Jason kind of just hiding back, waiting in the first spot. Really hasn't gotten too many hands, really. And Eduardo there, you know, kind of taking a stand there against Cord. Maybe starting to hurt him a little bit right now, down to his shortest stack. But yeah, we got Cord, Tommy, Jason, and Eduardo. So let us know in the chat who you think is going to win this whole tournament here for 258,000. Looks like we're out at the bat here. Demo3 says he thinks that Tommy's going to win.
I tell you, Tommy's got. I don't know, how do I explain it? He's got it. Whatever it is, Tommy's got it. And, you know.
Luck?
Whatever it is, it's frustrating the hell out of Cord. I gotta tell you that much.
I guess that'd be luck then, right? I mean, that's just something that you can't control, and I'm sure Cord understands that. Like, you can let it frustrate you for in the moment, right? But you need to reel it back and just go back to your mind. Go back inside your head and just say, you know, the cards are going to fall how they fall, and he did everything in his power to win the most chips and then not lose the most, right? So, Eduardo here does flop a gut shot.
And Cord knows that. He knows that, you know, it's just part of the game. But the frustrating part, I think, for Cord, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
It's the same guy.
Right.
You know, and like you said.
It was the guy that he would have knocked out.
Like you said, he's looking, I should have all those chips right now. I should have all those chips right now.
But yeah, you don't want to be thinking about that too much. And so I'm sure he's moved on and just looking to play every hand as well as he can. Got 730 bell right now, 2.5 hours into our stream right now.
Coming up on hand 100 in a little bit.
1,879 individual entries into our tournament. Thank you, Frank. Hanger says, at this point, Cord should just fold his cards and wait for the other three to take each other out. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, you have the chip lead. You want to stay active and give yourself the best opportunity. And Cord seems like a guy that feels like he thinks he has an edge over the other three players, and so he's going to want to play as many hands as possible. I wouldn't. If you feel like you have an edge, I wouldn't be the one wanting to sit out.
Yeah. And
2.5.
Oh,
1.5.
Eduardo going all in.
It's 3 of those.
Is he going to make the stand right here? Now, I want to ask you a question. How you play? Let me ask you, Derek, how you play, does it matter who you're going up against, as opposed, like, say, Tommy, as opposed to Cord?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, if I'm going to pick a player to, you know, either 3-bet or 4-bet lighter against, it'd be Cord. You know, he's been the most active raiser. I'm not going to do it against Jason. I don't think I've seen Jason raise 2 or 3 hands this whole final table.
Not to say that he's tight. He could be just card dead.
He's just going to be card dead. But if I'm going to pick a player, I mean, you kind of base it off of 2 things, right? How hot they're running, maybe. Right, you know, they're catching a bunch of cards, so they're maybe playing a lot of hands. But then also, there's only so many hands he can catch, right? So he has to be active with some hands that aren't that great. You know, Tommy's also been quite active too. So I mean, out of the 3 players, if I were Eduardo, I'd be trying to target Cord or Tommy with my, you know, maybe more marginal holdings, and then Jason, I'd probably be reeling it back and wait for better hands. I mean, and even on just the 100 hands that we've seen, I think kind of make a probably reasonable assessment to say that Jason's probably the tightest player out of the 4. You know, not to say that's not to say that's bad or good. It's just to say that that's just different strategies going with here.
Yeah.
You know, Wicks with a really playable hand here on the button. I definitely think he's going to raise it here. We're going to fold out his hand here. Tommy with a pocket pair here. Let's see. Jason's sitting on just above 20 big blinds. I like an all-in. Yeah. Put max pressure on Jason. Could get him to fold out hands like King, Queen, King, Jack. Hands that he's flipping with. Given that, you know, there's a big pay jump at risk here. Ace 4 of spades. Sucks to fold, but I think you just have to. I mean, you're even flipping with hands that hands that you're technically ahead of, like King, Queen, King, Jack, have a lot of equity against your hand. And, Probably don't want to be risking your tournament life on a hand like that. And just like that, we got to hand number 100 in 2.5 hours. Brittany doing a fabulous job.
She's a machine.
Rocking the hands out.
I'm telling you.
Demo3 asking, what would you all say is the best way to study poker / improve your game?
Talk to Derek. That's what I do.
Well, I mean, and you're kind of sort of joking about that, but I actually
I
agree with that.
But I do. No,
like
I've learned. No, it's true. No, I'm not. You know, I was just trying to. But no, it is true. I've asked. Derek has improved my game a lot. You know.
Yeah, talk to people that you think are better players than you, and surround yourself with people that are like-minded in that sense. They're like trying to get better at the game, and maybe get like a text group going or a Discord group if you're more into the computer side of things. But yeah, texting over hands is probably the cheapest way to start. And then once you feel like you want to go to the next level, then maybe invest in a poker course online like pokercoaching.com. Or you know, Crush Live Poker or Upswing Poker, you know, one of those online sites. Obviously, those are a significant investment, I would say, because then at that point you're probably getting really serious if you're starting to put money into training sites. And then I'd say the next step above that would be getting a coach, and you know, someone that you can constantly text and talk to, and especially if someone that is. And most coaches typically have played poker for a living, so they know what they're talking about, and you know, that's a significant investment.
So you've done all these things. Is that what makes you a better poker player than me? Because all I had was my dad. You know, and a lot of times he's like, "What the hell are you doing? What were you doing there? What were you thinking?" That's how my dad taught me. But
Tommy here rivering the straight, and Cord forced to fold.
Of course, back then when I was learning, they didn't have the internet. You know, I guess I could have went to the library. And I guess they had poker books back then. I guess. I mean, I know everybody and their brothers writing books now, but you know, I guess. Did Stu Unger ever write a book?
I don't know, honestly.
That's a book I'd like to read.
I mean, yeah, I'll definitely say I've utilized like texting people that that I know are, you know, better players than me, and figuring out stuff like that. And you know, I've done sites before, not as much as I would have liked, but I've done it before. But for like playing pot limit Omaha Cash, I've actually recently taken on a coach for that, so like that's been helping me a lot. For tournament poker, I don't have any coach. This is just from watching a lot of tournaments on like Poker Go, and
well, there you go. Have Mitch deal to you. Well, you know, if I'm dealing, somebody's got to lose, right?
Another great question here from Sandy Orange. Of the 1,900 plus entries, how many people actually participated? Yeah, again, that's something that we don't really have access to. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
we could probably say on average, person spent maybe the average person spent maybe 2.5 buy-ins, maybe.
Yeah,
so I'd bank on maybe at least 900 players.
Yeah, I mean, I say it's a good guesstimation. 2.5 buy-ins, I think.
On average.
Yeah,
I mean, some people on the high end of probably,
yeah,
you know, 10 maybe. But
because, you know, a lot of people just shot one bullet and that was it, you know.
Right, that was their shot.
Yeah. But you also, here you go. Eduardo with the suited queen 9 and the button. And all he has to worry about is, you know, Tommy and Cord behind him, you know.
Yeah, definitely a playable hand here. Queen 9 suited, but Cord here just constantly waking up with the hands here.
Unreal.
And, you know, at some point, if you're Eduardo, you're like, I mean, is he just picking at me at this point? And see if he decides to make his stand here.
Wow.
Does find the fold there. Folding the suited Queen 9. That's a really disciplined fold there, four-handed.
I'll tell you, you know, I play with Eduardo a lot of times. He's here, you know, playing. He plays a lot of turbos. I've dealt to him. I've played with him. I'm impressed. I'm impressed with his play tonight. You know, the patience, you know, is.
I agree. Yeah, and
from
I've always considered him a very patient cash game player.
Yeah.
So to see it translate to the tournament streets, so I'm starting to wonder if that was a big reason why he decided to take a shot at the tournament, because he saw, deeper stacked, longer level, fits more of my style. Because he's a cash game player that likes to play, maybe a little more snug style. And having the longer structures, deeper stack is much more fitted towards the cash game route, And a lot of players. Sorry, go ahead.
Plus, he's sitting right across from Jason, and he does see his chip stack. So, and it's a big jump from the next up the ladder. So he did want to make a stand, but he's sitting there thinking, like they all are, sitting there thinking about the whole thing.
Yeah,
the whole thing, the whole big picture.
I know that's a big reason why a lot of players that typically only play cash like to play the main event at the World Series of Poker. 2-hour-long levels.
Yeah.
Start with I think 50,000 or 60,000 in chips, so it plays like a cash game for maybe the first whole day of play, right? And
yeah. Well, there you see there's the thank you guys. The chip count there. Court still in the lead. Tommy's not going anywhere.
You gonna give me some blues there?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Tommy's ready. Tommy's just ready. Tommy's ready to play. He's ready to play. I tell you, at some point, I mean, do you think Court just doesn't want to mess with him right now? He's like, let me just focus on these two guys. This guy he's a thorn right now.
Yeah, and it makes a lot of sense too, right? I mean, he might feel like if Court feels like he's going to be playing for the title at the later point at night, he might feel like, okay, maybe I just have to deal with him later.
Yeah.
My focus is going to be probably taking out the smaller stacks first, and then deal with the stacks first that are less detrimental to his stack, right? And then he can figure out how to deal with Tommy. Heads up. At least that would be my strategy, right? I'd want to try to take out the smaller stacks first, and then once they're out of the way, I don't have to worry about any more pay jumps. I don't have to worry about any more ICM implications. I can be like, all right, now I put all my focus on playing heads up against the guy that seems to be running really hot. So,
yeah. Hand number 110, 743 watching, Derek. Tuesday, it's a Tuesday night special. We're usually hanging out here. Uh-oh, here we go.
Oh, man. Eduardo wakes up with a hand that he can go all in with. Pocket fives, which I'm totally fine with. You don't really want to see a flop with that hand.
Yeah, well, so he just wants to take down the blinds. He figures,
And if you do get called, you want to be able to see all 5 cards.
Now, Tommy's he's just going to make the call.
Shot.
Wow.
Shot.
With the cord and James behind him, he just makes the call.
And with the hand that Eduardo got very lucky against Chris with earlier in the night, he is facing elimination here.
Well, there's 3 hearts. They both have a heart.
Needs to find a 5 and a 5 only.
Yes, Billy.
And that will not be it.
Wow.
Nice playing with you.
Eduardo eliminated in 4th place after a great run in this tournament.
Wow.
Taking home a nice prize of $86,000. And now we're up to the 6-figure pay jumps now, or 6-figure paydays for these 3 players. Each player guaranteed $115,000. Now that we're down to our final 3, I'm going to pass it back over to our tournament director from PokerAtlas, Justin Hammer. And I'll be back here shortly.
Okay, cool.
See you around, Mitch.
I'll see you later, Derek. Congratulations going out to you, Eduardo. Great job.
Nice playing with you both, man.
Nice payday, and congratulations. I'll see you out there on the felt.
Oh, no, I'm in a different seat now. I don't know if I can call this from the right side. That's this.
You got the armrests and everything.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. This is. You were hogging the good stuff.
Well, Derek and I, we've been talking about it. We got to get the armrests for this chair.
It's fine the way it is. Now that I got it, it's fine the way it. Oh, do I get to push the buttons too?
You get to push the buttons and everything.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Did you see that last hand there?
I did see that last hand.
Yeah.
3 less
What's up, y'all? I'm back.
Yeah.
Got a nice little break. It was wonderful.
I see you went out and got yourself a Starbucks there.
I did. I actually had someone bring it to me. It was very nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's really nice. All right, Jason here. Derek went to go get me that.
I was going to say, he ended up just standing. I know y'all can't see this, but...
What happened? I'm waiting. I'm here holding the door.
Though, man.
He's just standing. He went from sitting comfortably with armrest to just standing there holding the door open. Three-handed here at the PokerAtlas Tour Title Event. Final table. Everyone guaranteed 6 figures now.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
For a $1,000 buy-in, 6 figures for 3 players. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice payday. Can they discuss a deal? Diamond Windows and Eves wants to know. Sure.
Yeah, a chop. They can.
I don't believe that they have. They are allowed to. Cord with 2 kings here.
Cord just continues to get the cards.
Wow, raise, and then Timmy just, that's a lot of chips. 4 million? Raised it to 1. Looks like he threw out 4.2.
Wow. Cord has been waiting for this moment for a long time.
Big pot here. That escalated quickly.
Tommy's trying to figure it out. You can see he's trying to figure out the situation.
Cord ain't chopping. Yeah, that is probably accurate.
Big hand right now, Derek. Wow, he throws it away.
Yeah. Oh, here.
All right, thank you. All right.
Take a look at the chip stacks there. Just your standard 145 big blind chip lead with 125 second place stack.
Nice and comfortable.
Oh, welcome to the good life now. I got coffee, so I'm not going anywhere, but you just got super comfy. He's got armrest. He's got height. He's ready to go.
And a Dr. Pepper.
And a DP. Wow.
And cookies. You want one?
No, thank you.
They go good with coffee.
I know, but I get self-conscious they can hear me eating.
Well, you just look at me.
Oh, yeah, that does work. All right, Trong here, or Timmy.
Tommy.
Have I said it wrong every time? Jesus Christ. Tommy. I went Jimmy, Timmy, Tommy. He told you what to call him, not me. Tommy.
All right, 3 diamonds. Cord is the only one holding the diamond. 3-way action here. To the flop. Cord's going to bet out and take it down. Did you miss me while I was going?
I did. I missed you. Yeah,
I told Derek to went out and played a little bit.
I did. How'd you do out there?
I lost with queens, but that's okay. I ended up doing okay. I finished
okay, good.
I did well, so I'm okay with it.
Is Hammer the TD in this location now? No. I am the tournament director for the PokerAtlas Tour. So I go wherever they go. I am currently, now as in today, for the rest of this event, I will be the tournament director, but I am not full-time at Texas Card House.
Are you seeking employment? I'm just
yeah, always seeking employment. If you're looking to hire, inquire.
I'm sure you're very happy with the...
I am very happy, yes. I like to tell people I go whichever way the wind blows. Allowed, yes. Accepted, won't happen. Justin, I think you might be right. He said that in the chat, talking about the deals.
Yeah,
they are permitted to.
Yeah. I don't see Tommy or Cord making a chop in any way. I mean, James, or Jason, you're going Timmy, I'm going Tommy, I'm going. Okay, there's a nice little hand for Jason.
Cord comes along.
Yeah, I see.
Ooh, open ender for Jason here.
Open ender for Jason. If he makes a bet, I don't think Tommy can make. I mean, I don't think Cord can make the call. I see. Anytime Jason makes a bet, Cord's not going anywhere. He's really good. I mean, I think the only time Cord's going to fold is if Jason goes all in and he's got, 7-4 or something offsuit. Yeah, I don't think Jason has enough chips to make Cord go away pre-flop. Tommy going to look down a nice little hand here. Ace, queen, ace 10 of clubs. Cord's going to make the call. And so is Jason. We'll go three-way to the flop. And Tommy flopping top here.
Top.
You gotta like top.
I like when they came up with that phrase.
I came up with it.
You came up with it? I thought Jamie Gold did, but he got that from you.
Okay. I've been playing longer than Jamie.
I'm not going to question you there. I'm not going to question you.
You didn't snap call that?
No, we're on the stream. I would never.
I caught the look you gave me. You kind of snap called it.
No. That's you. I hope Jamie paid you when he made that famous. That's yours.
No, I let him have it.
No need to chop until the third guy drops. Chris Johnson in the chat. Chris owns a nice little club in Washington called Desert Bluffs, Kennewick, Washington. They're going to be using PokerAtlas, so you get a shout out. PokerAtlas Tour. If you have a club that uses PokerAtlas, you want a shout out, let me know. You got it. You got it. Anyone that uses PokerAtlas, you get a little love on the stream. The pace is amazing. I would like everyone to note, part of the reason the pace has been so great is because everyone is just acting on their hand. They are not, look at this. Call, check, flop.
And we got to give a little credit to Brittany there. She's doing an excellent job.
Brittany is an incredible dealer. She deserves all the credit in the world. Pair of tens. It's going to beat a pair of deuces. Cord had just enough showdown value to give a little check there. Cord's still in the lead, 37 million.
Yeah, I know disrespect to Jason, but it looks like we're going to get a little heads-up action here. I mean, it's been brewing since the start. Tommy and Cord. Normally each week, an individual is the story of the final table. But I think the battle that we've seen between Tommy and Cord here is the top story of this final table, this main event. Cord's got the chip lead, but Tommy's just been. Here we go. Cord with the pocket tens, and he'll take it down.
Looks like there's a card is marked. Or not marked, it looks like it's broken actually.
No. We're just
I mean, it ends up being the same thing.
Blind
But
versus blind. No,
Yeah, I was big on.
Yeah. King 10 of spades. Kind of a steal.
So, you know where you're going next when you guys leave here?
it has not been made official
offer
yet.
stands
That is my answer
whenever that
to
match.
that question.
For life.
Okay.
Information will be coming out soon. So follow PokerAtlas Tour on all the socials. They're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
And Cord continues
to get hands.
To get good cards.
Yeah. Opens to 900.
So can you give us a hint? Will you be able to drive? You have to take a plane.
Yes, people will be able to drive there. Some will be able to take a plane. Yes, it is in the United States of America. Yes.
Which is some information.
Yes.
Because,
I have narrowed it down. I've eliminated what, like 80–90% of the world.
2 10s and a 5 on the flop here.
Check.
Checks in the dark. Ace.
And
That's a pretty good card.
Ace. Yeah.
Looks like he might have been planning on getting a little spicy on the river there if there wasn't.
Tommy,
if there wasn't a bet.
You gotta love Tommy's play. Tommy is playing Tommy's game. He's not changing.
Yeah.
He's not changing. Tommy's playing Tommy's game, and he's going to try to force you to play his game, no matter what you do.
Yeah. Hold'em Media Dan, sorry to interrupt, says it's okay to play to a winner. Don't be afraid to compete your poker game. Complete your poker game. We are Poker Live Updates, and we approve this message.
And Jason's just patiently waiting for an opportunity to do anything. Not really getting much of an opportunity. You know, he'd love to see Ace King.
No, he would love to see Ace King.
He'd love to see Ace King.
I would love to see
Jason would love to see Ace King because he's not seen much of anything close to that.
Tommy would love to see a pair and a flush draw like he just did. And hits it, but Cord has the ace high diamond.
This could get interesting.
Could get interesting. 4.5? 5.5? How much is that? Oh, Cord coming along.
He's making the call. Looking for a diamond.
Jack might get him in trouble.
Red, but not a diamond.
Yeah.
What a jack.
He's got showdown.
Did Tommy just
now.
check?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that wasn't a jack, he might have got a bet out of court there, but Jack gave him enough showdown value that he just decided to see if he could win the pot right there. Of course.
Tommy with the check. Tommy's playing Tommy's game.
Tommy's game is to check the river, I think. What do you think? What do you think happens if he bets there? Wow.
Well, he bet on the turn and he got a call.
Turn, Cord had the nut flush draw. Call there makes sense. River, Cord picks up a pair. I think a call there might also make sense. Derek, jump into the chat.
No, thank you.
He's hanging out watching. Whether he's in here talking or he's in there watching, he's going to be a part of this.
Well, there it is.
Part of this stream, whatever it takes. Respect.
Well, here we go. Cord and Tommy both get an ace, a big ace. Of course, Jason's got 6-3. And look at this. Jason does hit the 6, but
Pairs
Tommy
for everyone.
and Cord
Yeah.
hit the ace. Wow. And the jack, neither one of them with the spade. 7, Tommy's still good, but Cord's going to make out like he's got something good. Tommy wants to see, I think.
Can't blame him.
Does he want to see or does he want to raise? He wants to see.
Cord thinks he's good.
But the frustration, the frustration in Cord, you have to understand it. I mean, there's no denying, but he can't even hide it anymore. It's just too much. It's too much.
It's too much. Derek says if you hit the like button, they're guaranteed to not drop. Is that true? Is that like within this stream? Is that?
It's a rule. Yeah, it's a rule.
It's
we
written
have
into
here.
the rules?
Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't see that? No, it's out on the wall.
Okay. Okay.
We have 818 watching this hand number 123 here.
Wow. Welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
I think it's awesome.
I think it's awesome also.
Yeah.
If you want to see anything that was happening during this tour, this is, of course, the final day, the final event. We've been here for 22 straight days.
I liked it.
22 straight days. I decided during those 22 days to take 0 days off. But all of the information is available on PokerAtlasTour.com. You can see a recap of every event. We're going to be posting the Poker Atlas playbacks. TM, trademark. This Cord picks up an open-ender and a flush draw here.
Check.
And hits them both.
Flush.
2.8.
Tommy makes a straight, so depending on whether or not he believes him.
Wi-Fi split, dude.
Who is the other commentator that talks like he's got no brain cells? Do you think that's you or me?
I don't know.
Could be either one of us.
It's probably
I'll
me.
assume it's me. My name's Justin Hammer, tournament director for the Poker Atlas Tour.
And I'm Mitch. So
yeah. Well, I think between the two of us, we've got to have some cells, right?
yeah, you
Like,
know.
at least.
Well, he's drinking coffee. I'm not. So.
I am drinking coffee.
Tommy makes the call.
Does make the call. The flush is going to win.
We got hit all the way down. Sit. And that comes Cumin River again.
Did Cord just win a hand against Tommy?
He did. Look out.
Wow.
Look out. Jason just hanging out. 27 bigs.
Jason looking for anything. He's got the button. Is he gonna?
Aces, just aces. That's what he's been waiting for, right? You be patient, just hoping. All right.
Did he jump? Did he do anything? When he looked down and saw the aces, and he's going to get Tommy.
Gets call, yeah, gets action in 2 spots. Let's see.
Along.
Oh, king high flop. This could be action.
He could get some. Yeah, he could get some chips from Tommy.
Yeah, absolutely. Cord's the one who let out. It went check. Cord bets $1 million. Gets called. Oh, let's see.
Tommy's going to raise it.
Sure.
Cord will fold.
All in and a call.
And, yeah,
okay, this is what he's looking for. He's going to need to fade a king or a 10 or running straight cards. Jason will get the double. He's a 4-1 favorite here to get the double.
I'm not in. I'm not in the hand.
Oh my God! Sorry.
10 on the river. Oh man.
Wow.
10 on the river. Jason just waits and waits and waits and then gets aces, and it's his last hand of the tournament. We are heads up. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Going to wait. Hold on. You gotta show me how to do this. This one.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
And
Hold on. Pulling it up.
yeah,
See.
you
All right. I got it. I got it.
You must be the one to brain
That's
cells.
right. $115,930 for Jason. Incredible run here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to talk a little bit about Jason. I mean, you know, he was card dead. He's third.
Hey, that's why this game can be so frustrating.
Aces, and then you know you played the best you can. You probably get doubled up, and then bam, unreal. Unreal. If you like the way Tommy, we got Tommy and Cord. This is what we've all been waiting for. Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you're loving this heads up matchup on this final table.
That's all the things that we were able to do with this series. It's because we have the support and the people that are watching. If you can't play the tournament, but you want to see more things like this, you like to see series with $3 million in guarantees. You like to see final tables where they're playing for $250,000. It's pretty easy. Just hit the like and subscribe and let them know. Help them build a platform and get more of this.
When you guys at PokerAtlas sit down and build out all these tournament events, this is what you have in mind. These kind of heads up action.
Absolutely.
On a final table. This is, am I right?
This is what it's all about. The glory of winning the prize, the pain of playing the aces and getting busted. Oh, I feel so bad for Jason.
Let's see. I'm telling you, that was just brutal. Let's see if we can we get the trophy on the table?
I have it on high authority that someone brings out the trophy on the table. Hold on. Let me check. Let me go back in time. Okay, I've heard what you said. I'm going to do it.
All right.
I'm going to do it.
Oh.
Someone's going to do it. Sorry. Let's see.
Well, great minds think alike, or people with no brain cells.
Yeah, exactly.
Think
yes.
alike.
I still don't know if it was you or me. It could be either of us. Could be both of us.
So I can't.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. See, we're learning together.
There you go.
Cord will fold, says AC. Let's see. Fold like a particular hand. Jack 10 for Tommy. We are heads up. Winner's going to get $258,000. They're going to get the unique trophy.
The unique trophy.
They're going to get the title of the title event.
All right,
winner.
well, Mr. Hammer, I'm going to stay in for one more hand.
Okay.
And have Derek see if I can find and have him come back in here.
Okay.
And let you two guys finish this out, this heads-up action.
Do you know his brain cell count? Is it plus or minus 0
well,
that we have?
It's
okay.
higher than
All
mine.
right, good.
I mean, he drinks coffee too, I think.
Okay, good.
But
All right, then between the two of us. yes, yes.
No, I'm not running for office. All right, last hit. That's it.
There it is. Oh, right, he goes with Cord.
Well, congratulations to both these guys. Good luck to both of these guys. It was a great final table. Brittany's doing an excellent job. It looks like here comes the trophy. There it is.
Looks like the levels went up. Wow, how do I go back in time and hear you? How do I do it?
There
wow.
it is. And anyway, here's Derek. I'll let you guys finish it out. Justin's been good hanging out with you.
You too,
congratulations.
buddy. Thank you.
And guys, good luck.
All right, Derek's going to be on his way back in. We are heads up. All right. Tommy with 4-3. Open ender. Cord with an ace. King on the turn. Cord still ahead with the ace high. Tommy with the up and down. Pair would be good also. Ace high is good.
Oh,
check, check. Cord's going to win it.
Why you
Because lose common there. I know you got to do ace. I do jack common because you got a small line.
You got read on me, huh?
Can tell, bro. Right?
Yeah, I was actually just watching on my phone. I saw the nasty suck out there against the aces for Jason. Finally got a good spot there to double up, and
that's why this game can be so tough. You have two guys that are playing at each other pretty heavy. It makes it seem like it's impossible to make some sort of move there because they're just involved in every pot, and then you finally get a spot where, ooh, I got a hand, I get it all in, 4-1 favorite, out the door.
Great flop here for Cord. Nothing much for Tommy here.
Pair and a gut shot. It's a great hand to have. Heads up.
Obviously it must be very frustrating for Jason, but, taking home $118,000, I don't think he's too upset.
That'll soften the blow a little bit.
Just a little bit, right?
Yeah,
You have 118,000 reasons to be pretty proud of your run, and especially if you're in for just 1 or 2 bullets, I don't think you can be all too upset there.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you could even be in for more than that.
Yeah, 10 bullets.
Still, yeah.
All right, still made 100 grand.
That's right. I don't know how many he was in for, but...
Doug R saying this heads up's only going to last a few minutes, he says.
All right, what's the line? Let's see, I see 45 minutes, I see 35 minutes. They both have over 100 big blinds, so it could definitely last a while.
Some 2 mystery hands here. Always fun occasionally when we have this.
All right, let's go. You pay attention to Tommy's hand. I will guess Cord's hand. I think Cord has a 10-5 and just made straight.
I honestly think if anyone's going to have a 10 here, it'd be Tommy.
You bet.
Yeah.
You bet pretty quick. Cord looks like he's considering call here.
Cord might have like a 6, which would be very, very tough here.
Straight, he says. He's looking to see which one. Might be right.
What does he have? I just want to see.
I saw it looks like a 10.
Is it 10-6? Or
maybe 9-6?
9-6. Yeah, 9-6. So he has the bottom of the straight there. And Cord might have had maybe like ace-9, ace. Wait, what? Cord, the same straight, right?
He might have had like a 2-pair type of hand, or.
Tommy here with the chip lead, but like Justin was just saying, both with over 100 big blinds, so plenty of play. We'd have to see a pretty big cooler here to see all the chips get in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I always try and predict and write down how long I think these things are gonna go, and this is coming in far under what I was expecting. I thought it would be at least 6-hour final table. But
yeah, somehow, you know, I guess Donovan, our tournament director here at Dallas, he was feeling it the whole time that it was going to be like an under 4-hour stream, and
that's right. He did say that.
It's still a possibility. I came in here thinking I was going to be here until 3 a.m.
Yeah, he came in. I told him I'll not only take the under 4, I'll give him any number that starts with 4.
What are we sitting at right now? 3 hours and 9 minutes. So it's oh wow, what a river card there. Gonna give Tommy here the nut straight, and Cord gonna check back his 7. Tommy trying to trap him there. Second time he's tried to trap Cord, but Cord a little bit too smart there to bet for value on a board like that.
Sneaks away, losing the minimum there.
You know, and
savvy check.
Mitch and I were kind of talking earlier when you stepped out for a little bit. You know, we were thinking that Cord was probably getting a little frustrated with how things are coming running out, with how the cards have been coming. You know, especially in that hand where the ace-3 against the ace-king, Tommy finding the miracle 3 on the river. You know, Cord should have all the chips in play at the end of that, after the end of that hand. But
yeah,
you know, we were thinking, you know, I think he can battle back. He's probably played enough tournaments. He said you done quite well from the tournament streets. You know, but at this point though, it's got to be wearing a little bit, right? It's hard to maintain your mental composure when it's just hand after hand after hand, when you feel like you've just been ahead of your opponent the whole time.
Oh yeah, definitely. No matter how much, how thick your skin is, how many reps you've had in this, it's still tough to go on one of those downswings. Feel like there's just nothing you can do, even though it hasn't been that long. Because for a while there, it felt like there was nothing you could do wrong.
Right. You have to keep in mind too, these players played until what, 3:15 a.m. This morning, and they had to come back here around 5 p.m. So pretty quick turnaround, relatively.
Oh yeah.
Ace sign.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, Justin actually did have to step out, do some housekeeping stuff, but Mitch is back actually.
I am back.
Yeah.
I am back.
So
you know.
Mitch and I will actually finish off the stream here.
I went out there to try and sit down and play some more cash, and they said they didn't want me to play, so that hurt my feelings. All right, Cord going to look down at a couple of jacks here. Heads up. That's gold, isn't it, normally?
I'd say so. See if Tommy wakes up with anything here.
Well, what happened? Tommy's got the chips. I guess something big must have happened when I was gone.
He knocked out Jason, which you saw.
Yeah.
And then he just started kind of catching a bunch of hands against Cord. So now he has a 2-1 chip lead here.
Well, Cord's got, wow, okay.
I check.
Oh my gosh. What a river card.
Wow, unreal.
And, you know, what was the beginning of the Cord show, probably for the first 2 hours of the stream.
How much is it? I call it. Ace.
Tommy is just taking a commanding lead here.
And Cord just can't believe it.
Oh my God!
He just can't believe it.
This is very frustrating for Cord.
I mean, this has got to be about the 5th time he's gotten up and had to walk away. He just can't. He can't. He just can't believe. You know, and, you know, week after week, you know, this person or that person is the top story of the final table. I said before, right before you came back in.
Tommy's the top story again, I think.
Cord and Tommy.
Cord and Tommy, yes.
Tommy Cord couldn't beat Tommy. He was the chip leader the whole time, but he just couldn't beat Tommy. It was just a frustrating situation. It's like every time he had him on the ropes, he had him dead to rights. He had him knocked out. Tommy needed a 3 on the river.
I'm sure he's still thinking about that too. So
wow,
pretty brutal.
It's just so frustrating. And I'm sure Cord just got tired of it. So well, let me just focus on these two guys. When you had Eduardo and Jason still there, he said we just focus on these two guys, and I'll worry about. And now it's just
look at this, a 6-1 chip lead.
Wow,
quite the uphill battle now for Cord, and he's gonna need nothing short of a miracle here to make a comeback here with a big hand though. King Jack on the button. I think at this point, wow, I'm surprised to see Tommy let that one go.
I tell you, second place money is beautiful. It's awesome. But if anybody has the right to be frustrated, if Cord should happen to finish second, if anybody has the right to be frustrated, it's got to be Cord, because he's played extremely well.
Nice hand here for Tommy. Jack 10 of diamonds. Oh, and Cord moves all in. This could be it here. This could be it. I'd be very surprised if Tommy folds this hand here. I mean, Jack 10 suited heads up
10.3
for. I mean, it's over 30 big blinds, but still, you have a chance to just win the tournament here with a very nice hand. Has to know your hand is very live against a lot of holdings.
That first board was so pretty. I had 6, 7, 8, 9. And then he puts on that Jack 10 board.
I call.
And he does make the call. And this could be the tournament here. Ace high currently in the lead right now. Cord probably asking for his buddy on the rail for a sweat here, needing some.
10 to 20, 20 to 40.
Okay, first flop is clean. Needs to find a jack or a 10. There's an ace. Could hit a king on the river, though. It's not over yet.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure Cord is.
I need some.
And that's the first double of many that Cord needs here to get back his chip lead. Up to 20.9 million. Tommy down to 52.6.
And the way things have been going for Cord with Tommy, it's got to be a little bit of light for him there. It's like, okay, that's what I need.
He bleeds.
Yes, he bleeds. Yes. I got to tell you, it's a nice hand there for Cord. Derek, while we got some time here, while it's just showing me, I think we need to throw a little thanks out to PokerAtlas for coming out. And,
absolutely. Yeah, big shout out to Justin Hammer and his team. I didn't get to interact with all of them all too much. The one I got to interact with the most was Ian. He was pretty much here all the time we had a big tournament event at Dallas. He was from PokerAtlas, ran a really good tournament. Obviously, big shout out to all of the dealers here at TCH Dallas and TCH Social. All of the temp dealers that came in and helped and step up and really make our tournament run really smoothly. Of course, all the hostesses, the cage, the chip runners, the waitresses, the attendant staff are keeping both our card rooms clean. Our security guards, of course, for keeping the players safe and comfortable while they're playing the big series here. Especially with that amount of money here, big shout out to the security team. And, of course, all of the players here for making this event very possible for coming in and spending the time here the past 2.5 weeks.
And hats off to Cord and Tommy here for making the ending spectacular. What an amazing ending.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament series. I hope everyone that's been playing in the tournament series the past 2.5 weeks had a great time. I know I had a great time, working as a floor. I was actually playing one event. I know you got to play in an event.
I did.
So it was a lot of fun for all of us here.
I didn't deal as much, being on our last Colinas, I didn't deal as much tournament that you guys did here. But, I had my share.
And actually, we're getting joined by John from PokerAtlas here. How you doing, John?
CEO, the man himself.
I'm doing well. Can you guys hear me okay?
Two
Can you hear
thumbs
great,
up,
John?
yeah.
Good. Well, I've been really enjoying this live stream. You guys are doing a great job, and it's exciting to see our PokerAtlas Tour event wind down to the final 2 players. And
Who you got winning, John? Who you got winning?
I'm rooting for a tie.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You know what? I don't
It's
like
been
to make
great.
predictions like that, but
Yeah, I mean, it's a great ending. It's definitely a great ending.
I mean, it looks like I don't know. I think generally speaking, it seems like momentum often determines the the final winner here, but I'm just excited that we pulled off a great event with Texas Card House and TCH Social, and your team has been amazing to work with, and we're excited to
Why don't you turn
run
around so
more
I can get
events
your
together in the
attention?
future.
I have to yell at you every time.
Yeah, likewise. No,
Like
your
faces
team's
with.
been excellent to work with. I've had the pleasure of working with Ian quite a bit, and it was a great time
Yeah, I think she
for
got
all
on
of
the
us
win.
involved. Did Tommy just get aces back to back?
He sure did.
I think he's back-to-back aces here for Tommy, and if anyone's destined to win a tournament here, it looks like
it looked
might
like
be Tommy.
It looked like court for a while, and now he did 3 diamonds, and Tommy's got the ace of diamonds. It's frustrating. I mean, it's just, and there's the trophy. I see we had the trophy on the table.
Absolutely,
John,
great
you guys,
trophy.
yeah, you guys have done a great job. We were just talking about it right before you came on.
I overheard a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Thank you. We, I brought Justin on because I like his style, and he's someone that we've been kind of working together indirectly when he worked at a couple of other properties. And I always told him, I said, dude, I want to work together. And so when he became a free agent, I approached him and said, look, I've got this vision to launch the PokerAtlas Tour, and I want you to be our tournament director. And he said, I love it. Let's do it. And here we are.
He's done an excellent job here at the booth. Very easy to work with, yeah?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So when you guys coming back?
Well, we think we're going to start our next stop maybe in 3 days, same location. So get ready. We're going to do it all over again right at Texas Card House, Dallas, starting on Friday.
Wow.
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah. Okay.
No, totally kidding. We've been working our butts off for 3 weeks on this event, which has been, like I said, we're thrilled with how well everything has gone, but it's a lot of hard work, running tournaments. So we'll see, but we definitely have plans to run more events with Texas Card House, and we haven't published any of the details on our upcoming events, but will be soon, and you'll definitely be hearing about things pretty soon here.
Looks like we had a hand developing here. Tommy here raising initially the 600,000. Cord re-raising the 2 million. Tommy going to defend here. Going to go heads up to a flop here.
Just so he knows, the TCH staff would be ready to go in 3 days. By the way, no doubt about it. We can handle it.
Tommy going to take another one down here. While we have about 800 of y'all watching with us, we do have the CEO of PokerAtlas on our live stream with us right now remotely. So if y'all have any questions or maybe some suggestions that y'all want to throw in the chat, something within reason, and if I think your question's worth asking, I will go ahead and throw it there for John to answer it.
I'll answer any questions anybody has, take any kind of feedback, hopefully positive.
I mean, I've only heard good things from the player pool, honestly. I mean, a lot of players really enjoyed the fact that, I think that was the most exciting thing when we opened our second location at TCH Social. Players were like, wait, are y'all going to actually run a series now? That'll have 2 rooms? And because the big concern was having 1 room. We'd lose out on all the cash games, hosting a big series. Having 2 rooms really lets us be able to have cash games and tournaments over a long period of time.
Well, you know, I mean, things did go extremely smoothly. You know, well planned out. You know, worked well together. You know, PokerAtlas and TCH. Even the temp dealers were awesome. I can't complain. You? I wasn't with all the. You were over here. This one.
Oh no, yeah, they all did a great job.
Yeah.
You know,
Big hand
the
here for Cord.
toughest thing on our part, I would say, is that the way our PokerAtlas app is designed, it's not really designed to have a series at multiple locations. And so probably our biggest struggle in promoting the event was to easily communicate to players which events are happening at Dallas and which ones are happening at Las Colinas without confusing people so they show up to the wrong location. And I think we pulled it off pretty well. I mean, I haven't heard of, I didn't hear about too many issues where people showed up to the wrong property, but that was certainly one of our bigger concerns that we worked to address.
A lot of players were asking the dealers, you know, while I was dealing at Las Colinas, Mitch, where's this tournament going to be held? Where's that tournament? So, you know, the dealers helped out with that. I know I did.
Yeah, that's definitely something I was trying to push for the deal as well, as like, you know, having a decent knowledge of some of the major events. So like if players ask, you know, they'd have some information on that. And honestly, worst came to worst, if they did show up the wrong location, 15 minutes away, right?
Yes,
so
yeah.
it wouldn't be that big of a big deal for the players that might have shown up at the wrong location, which I don't think it happened all too much.
Uh-oh, look at this. Tommy go to flop. Is this?
Gonna flop trip 5s, it looks like.
And Corey's going to lead out.
Got a nice comment here from Sean Rice. I'm ready for y'all to run it back. Tourneys were super well ran. Thanks for the comment, Sean, and I'm sure John appreciates hearing from the players like that.
Sean Rice, West Texas man, Sean Rice. There's only one Sean Rice. Must be him. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate the feedback, buddy.
Sean, is that he won the tournament?
Sean and I go way back. Actually, I've known Sean about 20 years. We were online poker dinosaurs together back in the heyday.
Here we go. 795 of you heads up action here. Hand number 152. Brittany's amazing. Corey trying to battle back here, John. Been the chip leader most of the tournament. He's trying to battle back. But Tommy's just been frustrating him all night long.
Well, both players at this point will be getting very nice paychecks, very nice paydays for their final table finishes. First and second place, a lot of money.
And here is the payouts.
Second place, guaranteed $180,000. Of course, first place with a nice, almost $78,000 pay jump up to $258,000. So a lot of money to be played for here.
Big money.
I certainly. It's never fun losing, but walking away with $180,000 and a second place finish is quite the accomplishment on a 1K buy-in, especially.
This could be it here.
Cord,
Tommy flopping a set.
And Cord with a flush draw. Tommy's going to lead out.
We'll make the call.
Cord making a call, looking for a club. Tommy goes all in. Cord again showing the understandably showing the frustration.
Cord now down pretty much to the danger zone, I'd say, in terms of relative stack size. It's Tommy with about 219 big blinds. Cord down to 30 big blinds. Needs to find a double up quick here, or else Tommy will just start to run away with the chips here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Wow. Tommy's just, he's got everything. He's got the cards, he's got the momentum, he's got the button. It's just, again with a nice hand.
Might be a hand where you might want to limp and try to get cord to jam with a weaker holding here.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't be opposed to it. Oh no, he just shoves all in. Snap call from Cord, and Cord's going to see that he's dominated here.
Wow.
Needs to find a 7 or some clubs here, or this is going to be the tournament for Tommy. Can Cord find the suck out here? Clean flop for the ace-10. Has running clubs on the flop.
Looking for a 7.
That's a sweat.
Now any club.
Yes.
And that's the tournament.
Wow.
Congratulations to Tommy.
Wow.
Thank you.
Wow.
Congratulations to Tommy taking home $258,000. Cord, of course, with a great payday as well. $180,000, but the winner and that trophy to Tommy.
There it is.
Congratulations to Tommy. And actually, we're going to have a quick video here showing a quick interview from Tommy, the winner of our $1.5 million title event.
I can't wait.
And it's my friend.
First of all, congratulations. How does it feel to win?
Oh, I feel very good, and I thank you everybody here.
What?
Hey, with my friend.
Yeah. And your other buddy Johnny won the $1 million guaranteed, right? So
Yeah.
You kind of one-upped him with that one. What are you gonna do now?
I need to relax about 2-3 months.
Yeah. And no
And
more.
smoke later out.
Take a break from poker.
No, I still play. They got tournament.
All right. Well, congratulations. Thank you.
Well, shout out to our production team to getting that interview right off the bat here and straight into production here. But yeah, that was Tommy, the winner of our $1.5 million tournament. Actually, a good friend of Johnny, the winner of our $1 million Dallas Duel. So 2 friends taking down the 2 biggest events of our series. So congratulations to them. And I'll hand it over to you to John if you want to have any closing remarks here for our viewers. Again, this is a great tournament series, and really looking forward to having you all back here in the Dallas area.
Yeah, thank you. You guys did an excellent job. There he is.
Yeah, thank you.
Word tie, John. A word tie.
Yeah, anything you wanted to say to the viewers, John, as we close out the series here?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to thank everybody for their participation in playing in all of our PokerAtlas Tour events at Texas Card House and TCH Social in the last 3 weeks. And big shout out to Ryan Crow and Victor Leon and Mike Williams and Leon and the whole TCH Social and Texas Card House teams and all the dealers and floors and staff. And of course, a big thank you to my team at PokerAtlas, Justin Hammer, Ian Mann, Jamie Herskovitz, and Carrie and everyone else that helped make this event a success. And we're looking forward to more events. And of course, thank all the players for continuing to use PokerAtlas and, support us in our live events. And we look forward to, doing more things together with everybody.
Absolutely. Thank you for hopping here with us, John, and you have a great night. To all of our viewers out there, thank you for watching TCH Live. It's been me, Derek, and Mitch commentating for the past 3 hours. So, of course, thank you to Justin for hopping in us.
Yep,
it was a pleasure commentating with him. And, look forward to having another big series with you all soon. And we'll see you all, I guess, probably this coming Saturday for the final table.
Next Saturday, we'll be back to the regular stuff.
Yeah, back to the regular final tables. But, looking forward to doing a big series. And thank you to all the viewers that have been watching with us. Y'all have a great night.
All right, behave yourselves.
Thanks, everybody.